In this video, I created an entire Geometry Dash level, but for every object I placed, I had to grab a real Geometry Dash star. This took me forever. I came out of retirement just to build a level, but I had to go and play a bunch of other levels and die repeatedly. Yep. Why did I do that? Because I'm Wulzy. Whoa! In all seriousness, this video took me forever, so please support the video however you can. Tell someone, Wulzy is briefly back, bro. Whoa! It's Wulzy. Welcome back. It's almost been 1 year since I retired. I wanted to do something to commemorate that occasion. Real quick, I'm gonna save my account. I'm gonna unlink and I'm gonna log back in fresh and not load it. I'm not gonna click anything. I'm just gonna go in with 0 stars. I'm gonna start off with some very high rewarding Rob top levels, probably above 10 stars. For every star that I gain, I can place an object in my level. This could be the best or worst idea I've ever had. I'm strictly about stars. Maybe if I'm insane enough, next year for my anniversary of retirement, I will do something like collecting coins or user coins. The idea of that really scares me. I do wonder though how long it will take me to make a decent level if I can only place an object for getting a star. This could be a very long video. I'd still consider myself retired. Hold on, let me lock in. I'm at the very end of Butterfunk. This is not the easiest thing to remember after leaving the game for so long. I've been studying so hard. Yes! Yes! I'm studying how to get stars in GD. You know what? For everything I unlock, I'm just gonna put it on. I mean, I can't use my regular icons. I kind of just gotta go for it. Whoever's editing this video, do a sick montage of me playing through the Rob top levels. Let's go. I unlocked Wulzy, guys. Hey, watch this. Oh! Oh! The only one object is like 5 seconds of layout. This is really bad. If I choose to make this level a demon, I'm gonna have to beat more levels. So I can either be lazy and make a 5-star, or I could make an extreme demon. No, I'm not doing that. Hey, I have a decent amount of time to make this video this summer, but I got a cybersecurity portfolio to build. I can't even pronounce the word portfolio. Maybe I should start there. Let's see. We are on 43 stars. Level's only worth 10. I could have sworn it was worth like 12. If I'm lazy and I skip out the easy Rob top levels less than 10 stars, I should still have over 100, right? I did the weird skip. Oh, wait, am I gonna be back at... Oh, no. No, 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 I'm backwards. Oh, no! Wait, I might actually die for the first time. Oh, God. I never hated the mirror portal as much as everyone else, but I will admit it's harder. I'm not used to this. Oh, God. Okay, I deserve 12 stars for this. Come on. Somehow, I survived. That was really scary. Dude, okay, where am I going next? Club step? No! I didn't think about that. Wait. Oh, but this is worth 30. Okay, wait. Because look, it's fine. Because look, I can do map packs like some of these and get coins this way. And also get 8 extra stars. So I'm beating 3 levels. I don't know what any of these are though. I'm gonna have to practice. Okay, I'm gonna have to be tactical. Some of the Neptune packs should be fine, right? And then that gets an extra 8 stars. So I'm beating 3 levels for what? 8, 16, 25, 33 stars. But that's banking on me getting the actual coins in these levels too to give me a boost. I think I unlock Club Step for 10 coins, and then I can get 3 coins from Club Step itself. I'll figure it out. I just know that beating the map packs is technically going to give me a better split than 3 easy demons that I've completed before. Okay, this ship is actually so beautiful to play with. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I gotta do the smoke on the water click pattern. There we go. I always did that as a child for some reason. I mean, I say for some reason, but it did just work. How do I get this coin again? Do I fall? Oh my goodness. Where's the last one? Wait, I might have to just throw the last one out the window. I don't remember how to do it. Oh! I almost just died. Okay, wait, let me see. Oh, you don't hit that orb. Okay, well, we'll take 2. That's fine. If I don't want to play a map pack, I can just come back and get the last one. Okay, that last ship is so scary, dude. That's fine. We're on 65 stars already. I really should have been getting the coins. Maybe I could just do some like high earning easy Rob levels if I'm too lazy. But map packs would be kind of nice for stars. I know for a fact I'm going to do the Neptune ones. Oh, okay. I haven't actually died yet. Someone needs to stop me. Actually, I don't want it to be Hexagon Force. Don't say that. I can get this coin pretty easily. For some reason, I can't remember. Oh, the last coin is like in the ground, right? In the last ship. They should be 3 coinable. It's probably more likely that I'm going to die in the green duel in the middle than trying to go for any of the coins in this level. Okay, that's good. We should be fine. I just gotta fly low through this ship section, I think. No! I followed the arrows. I thought there was another one of these blocks. Okay, well, I guess I'm skipping that coin. I actually love the Eric Van Wilderman singing version of the song. It makes me laugh so hard at the end every time. Yes! Play this song in celebration. Ba-bam! I am on 77 stars. Geometrical Dominator only gives 10. Kind of cheap, but I'll do it anyway. I think it would actually be faster if I just beat an easy demon like Speed Racer or something. But that wouldn't give me 3 coins. Wait, where's the first coin? How do I get it? Do I jump from here? Yes, I'm actually the GOAT. Dude, 12-year-old me is coming in clutch with the memory. I'm at the scary part, dude. I didn't even say anything because I just had to lock in. It's not as bad as I remember it being. Or maybe I'm just different now. Where is the last coin? Is it on some platform in this ball section? Oh, you little... Oh, I see you have a lot of orbs. You just visit my shop. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You know what? No. Not beating this. This block design is still beautiful. I just wish it could be more versatile, you know? Like, as soon as you use these blocks, you kind of get locked into this, like, cartoony grasslands look. I mean, rock blocks get used a lot with art levels and stuff, but... Up here! Oh, I nearly forgot. Do I park the bus and take 2 on this? Okay, I just take all of these little coins, and then boom, got the last one. Got that was actually kind of simple. This level's so rushed, dude. It's okay, though. We love Rub Top. This Geometry Dash meltdown ending. Bang. Okay, that's an easy 12. Got the SD Slayer icon. Got a coins icon. Okay. I know I said I would use them as they come, but I kind of got my own dude. I kind of want to keep him for a little while, you know? At least through the Rub Top levels. Except I was let down by Geometrical Dominator. I got past the part that everyone hates and then died to whatever I died to. I've hardly played Dash since it came out. It's probably my least played Rub Top level by a mile. Whoa! I nearly just hit the ceiling there. Okay. I am not gonna even try and get this coin. Boo. Yeah, I know. Oh, you little... That's only 40%? Hold up. What? I felt like I was playing for an hour. Maybe this part is what eats up a lot of the percentage. Yeah, it definitely does. Percentage switch to be time-based rather than progression through the actual level. Something I'm kind of not used to. Oh! Oh, okay, we got the coin. Nice. That is an interesting coin. All right, GG, we did Dash. I almost rage quit, but... Ooh, spider unlocked. Let's go. You would think you would unlock a swing. Am I crazy for that? Did I just get 100 stars? I did! Let's go. Okay, with 100 stars being gotten... Wait, I have 9 coins? That's so annoying. I was actually going to go and try Club Step just to see if I could bang that out, but I don't have enough. I really should have stuck with Geometrical Dominator. Okay, I'm thinking of making like a harder ranged level here. Using this song by Coca-Cola, it's got a relatively short intro. It's like melodic house. It's very euphoric. Just a little build up to this drop section right here. I think it sounds sick. I think we can make a cool harder level with this, and that's not going to eat too many objects with gameplay. Making a spawn group takes 0 objects. Actually, no, I just lied. It takes 1 object. I just place anything, any object right here. I'm going to choose the icon. It's what I saw, I believe, Codex do when I was very first introduced to this technique of spawning the player. We're going to hide it real quick. And now, because we have the spawn group in, we're going to spawn in the sky. So RIP that object. That's object number 1. And for a lot of our gameplay, we're going to have to use stretched out objects. I definitely should go into my settings and enable increased scale. Is it this? Hey! Okay. So this is 1 object, but it's 4 blocks wide. Okay, I'm actually gonna make this 3 blocks wide because it's better sync if we fall and jump on this block. Okay, let's scale this up too. This gameplay is gonna look very strange, at least in layout form, but when we decorate it, it should look a lot better. I think I'm gonna quickly swap to mini and then do a little 1-2 on some orbs, just for the sync with the piano. Yeah, like that. Save some objects just floating back down. We can put a portal like this. Give us some time to just readjust. And then maybe have a big slope to land on. Slopes are not the easiest thing in the world to decorate. Whoa, that's huge. But they cover a lot of space. And I think they're very versatile and make for some pretty fun ideas. So I'm not going to try and min-max this or like hyper optimize this level. I'm just trying to get through the layout stage in a nice format. Because I've already burned through 12 objects. Copy, paste, flip that. This is kind of giving Taman gameplay where it's a little pause between jumps, but it's not actually that difficult because it sinks, and also this jump is really makeable. So even if you don't jump at the very edge of this block, you can make it. I think I want to make a jump that goes onto a pad. I don't know. I haven't used a pad in this section yet, and it feels wrong everything being all manual, especially because it's an easy level. Move that along, put a pad right here. Then that puts a lot of emphasis on a green orb that I can put I'm gonna put a tiny little size portal next to it, like this. Slightly scale this up. This is kind of my signature to make things a little bit easier to hit. Yeah, robot portal this way. Huge landing platform 4 times. I'm scared to go over 4 times because of hitboxes. Okay, we're gonna do a single spy, or actually just a saw blade for now. I think right here to stop jumping too high. Onto a slope, which is gonna be huge, and then we're gonna jump at the top of it. Let me just make it a regular number, like 2 or 3. We're gonna jump right here into wherever we're going. Yes, that's so good. This is going to be the marker to switch the section. Actually, is it? Do we want to go right back into a cube? Because that's probably the only way that would work. We'll probably do a camera zoom out right here and then go into the next section, which could be a ship or a wave or a duel. This is our level so far. The objects have really ugly glow on them. I'm going to show you how to turn that off. All I'm going to do is just select all and then go into the extra settings and click no glow. Now everything is really solid and it just looks a lot nicer in my opinion, especially when the objects are different scales because the glow gets really inconsistent. That's gonna work perfectly. Okay, obviously we're gonna speed this up. I'm kind of scared of 4 times speed, so I'm gonna put a very large and skinny 3 times speed. I guess I can just warp this as long as it's hit on the exact same x-axis position all the way up here, it's fine. But I want this pad to be visible, so I might actually make that a little smaller. We can move it this way, I guess, too. I think I get wave from this part of the song. I think that's what I'm feeling. Probably gonna put it as free mode. I always just like to crank these. We definitely have to zoom this out, though, I think. We're just gonna put these at various angles. It's pretty simple to just click to a good pattern, and then yeah, we don't want to just fall straight away. That kills all the energy of the drop. Gonna flip that right away, especially since it'd be zoomed out. Honestly, I'm feeling a ball. We can figure that out soon. But I think all we do is just place certain slopes around. Gonna pick various angles to use these at. I don't want the whole thing to be angular like this. I kind of want to make use of the free roam we have. Technically, the player is going to be going up and exploring, and I don't want them to just see a huge slope if they go off track. You never know what new players that are playing 6-star levels are actually going to do with the wave, so I want to vary it. Yeah, I'm going up and down a lot here. This is good. I think we mix it up with other structures. How many objects are we on? 60? We could put a few saw blades like right here. Gonna specially rotate them because there is like a weird trance-like state in the drop. Well, not weird, but like specific, unique, poignant, you know? It could be cool to just have them freaking out, but I kind of don't get that energy. I get like a smooth, dreamy feel from it. We're gonna scale these up, by the way. Keep them well out of the way, but scale them up. I could actually reuse some of these structures with move triggers if I was being really picky about objects, but I'm not. We don't need this whole corridor to be enclosed, by the way. We can just have kind of an open feeling with various different objects. Like the saw blades make a nice little break. We're going to replace these with nicer looking objects once we get more to it. But for the layout that we're hiding anyway, no harm in just supersizing these. And yeah, we're getting a good feel already. I don't want to put them too close to other slopes because that's going to make this really odd to decorate if I don't flip it around and do something like this. But then you got to think what happens with those kind of objects. We could definitely put a coin up there, actually. Where's the coin? I never place coins. Where is the coin? Oh, here it is. Nice. Is it a lame coin? Yeah. But will it work? Yeah. Just put a gap in the saw blades, like right here. You go up. Gotcha. I am fine with that coin. I saw a concept on Twitter recently about putting mirror portals as objects or like obstacles. And I think that's pretty creative. I like that idea. I'm probably gonna make them a little bit smaller. But it's like fake difficulty, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure I put them in open sections like this where there's a bit of a safety net when the screen is flipping. I might use camera controls for this. We can do like a sign in out zoom just to like a 0.85. The usual is 1, obviously. So we're gonna gradually decrease this until we get to this point. And then I think when we get to this section, we do a drastic zoom out to like a 0.6. I like exponential out for really harsh stuff like that. And then as we're going through the air, we're already going to set it back to maybe not quite on full, but I really think it's worth doing it kind of out like that. See? That's not great. It doesn't have the impact. So I got to wait and then probably do an out only for this. So it kind of smoothly goes back in. Yeah. Okay, so this is feeling pretty strange. I need arrows, I'm pretty sure. Let me see how it looks in normal mode once I delete all of the glow off the level again. This is almost 100 objects of gameplay. I had to beat a decent amount of Robtop levels to even get this far. That camera control is pretty goofy, but I think we do some sort of emphasis to make sure that the mirror portals aren't really recommended. And that's not too bad. I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to take a line object from this section, make it very large. So I'm actually going to click this lock on the warp. We're going to scale it up so I can actually reach these little corners and then make it super large. So it's now like 15 in size. I'm worried that's not going to load. Let's aim for like a 10. Then we can place them in the center of the saw blade, or maybe like the edge of the lines, you know, like right there. And that encourages the player to go up. And maybe we can do a V shape on those portals like this, just to encourage them to be avoided somehow. Like that looks kind of fine, but I'm not sure about the rotation of these anymore. I'm gonna link these two objects together, so every time I click one, I end up clicking both. Wait, I just realized this isn't even the path of the gameplay. Path of the gameplay is actually downwards, right? But then that makes no sense now, because this is blocking off the coin route. So let's add a new soul blade for sight readability. That's going to be around over here. Just feel like that intro had very little structuring to it. Do another blade down here. Okay, how many objects are we on now? 99. Oh, my remaining two objects are obviously going to go over here, actually. This should be okay. So 101 objects. My initial scan through the Robtop levels just to get as many stars as I could at that point. Let's take a look. It'll get there with a bit of pulsing, I think. This part needs a bit more energy going for it. Doesn't quite get across that energy, but hopefully I can create more intensity somehow, because I don't want this to get too much harder. You know what? We can be mean. We can definitely be mean and just make this whole section, with a few exceptions like that mirror portal, a lot closer together. That is too close. The rest is fine. Let's go for the coin here. See how the camera actually works for that. We gotta change that little zoom out. That is actually really horrible gameplay. I don't like it. I don't like that coin. Okay. Gonna save myself some objects here and just get rid of that. Move these. Take my epic little glow piece. Place it right on the edge of the saw. Now I have 6 more objects to use. Changing the flow of this a little bit. Adding a few more mirror portals just to drive it home. And I think with the addition of these 2 objects that are coming in over this portal, we are going to be at the limit again. Okay, less of the minor tweaks. I think this is the wave section we have. Camera controls pending. Okay, there we go. This is looking fine. I just unlocked the color. I'm gonna put that on. Who is Wulzy feeling like? Wulzy is feeling like garbage. I'm gonna gamble on Remix Pack 3 just to see if I can rack up a few extra stars with some Robtop reskins. Give some coverage to my friend Jumper. There's probably gonna be some evil Neptune fakes in here that I'm not gonna be able to read, but let's just take a look. Oh, he's putting tiny little spikes on the insides of those blocks. Okay, let's just take it easy here. Okay, these colors are actually hard. I hope I get something soon. I know it'd be smarter to play easy demons to rack up stars, but I really am hoping I can just grab the bonus reward. Oh, I nearly hit that. Okay, Neptune, I see you. These remakes are really good. I think I'm gonna die on cycles, though. Oh, see. Okay, this is not a good time sink at all, dude. I would be so much better off playing 4 easy demons that I've beaten before than trying to beat this. That is genuinely such an evil fake that I died to. I gotta remember to jump over it. There we go. He did it again, but it didn't work that time. What is going on? There are so many of those. What is gonna happen to me in this ending? There's a triple here. Made it. Okay. Don't mess with me. I can't process some of this in time. Oh, God. No, you butthole. What am I even supposed to do there? Do I fall into the portal or do I jump? Oh, 92%? All of this just to place 8 objects in my level, dude. I'm not good enough at this game to do this challenge. I'm convinced. Okay. Terrified of what's about to happen if I fall into this portal, but I have to try it. It worked! Yes! Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out! Yes! Okay, I just have to do 2 more of those, then this was actually worth it. Okay. Time Machine V2. Let's go. Let's get it. I feel like I remember this Neptune level being really hard. I don't know. I can't believe I was flexing missing the coins earlier in the video. I was like, oh, I don't care. I don't need them. I definitely did. This is to unlock club step to beat these levels. I mean, I could sink the time into playing the easier ones, but it's actually kind of more aura if I play these. More interesting to me than spending a couple of minutes just to get a few stars. Like, that gets spent up so quickly. In the editor, if I beat Stereo Madness, I get, what, 1 star? Let me place one object real quick. My goal for this session of playing is beat this map pack, beat club step, all 3 coins. That should net me like, dude! That should net me like 50 stars-ish? That could be a whole ball section if I stretch it out enough. What game mode would have the least object usage? I'm trying to think. I feel like I just did it with Wave, but I also wasted a ton of objects by doing that gradient thing. But, you know, I like to have fun. I could easily do some nonsense... Speaking of nonsense gameplay, let's put a drop jump right after a mirror portal. Whatever, Neptune. What I was gonna say is I could easily just do some like rotation gimmick gameplay where I have the same 2 objects rotating around me with like a follow trigger or a rotation trigger or something. Easily make gameplay, but I want to have fun decorating. The whole point is to kind of have a Wulzy Renaissance. How do you say that word? Renaissance. Where I get to just have fun making a chill level without having to worry about too much, but also having a challenge at hand, you know? Jump both of these pads. Yep, okay. Don't jump that one. Okay, that's good. Good sight reading. Click. Take that orb. Don't take that orb. Okay, gotcha. Jump. Down. Okay. Don't do some... Dude. Man. Oh, if I did 1 orb equals 1 object, I would have 3,400 objects right now. Oh, how did I live that? What? I jumped it that time. I was barely even paying attention. I kind of zoned out thinking it was regular time machine. Okay, fall. Nice. What's about to happen? Thank you for the readability. Wow. Okay. Boom. Bam. Bop. Yes. 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 Please don't make me do all of this again because I feel like I'm fluking it. Jump. Oh, no. Wait. No, I thought I was making it. What did I have to do there? Did I have to jump? I saw another pad down there that I had to jump to. Why am I torturing myself? I could easily beat some easy demons and just get 3 stars and finish my layout, you know? I'm messing around on Time Machine V2 because I think I have the ego to play Neptune's levels. I haven't played in like 6 years or something like that.
Because, if I beat the map pack, I get 8 bonus stars. That only gets me like 33 for this session. I beat 3 levels, beat 3 easy demons in 5 minutes. We're getting 30 stars.
And then I could just beat another one and get 40 stars. Okay, there are 2 pads I have to jump coming up. Here we go, here we go. Jump 1, jump 2, jump 3. Oh my god, there was 3. Get that one, jump that one. Okay, do not troll me here. This is a mirror portal section. Be nice. Okay, boom, bam, bop, boom, bam. Okay, ship, easy. Ship, so free. Thank you, Neptune. I will take my stars, except I have to play another one of your levels right now. 117 stars. All I have to do is beat Cycles V2R, and this one is technically worth 17 stars for completion if you consider the map pack reward. I'm going to want to attempt it. It's going to be the fastest 17 stars gained in human history. Oh my goodness. This one is horrifying. Dude, there's so many fakes. No, I'm getting so lucky, but I'm getting unlucky now. Okay, that's fine. That's 20% of the level already. Hopefully there's no impossible timing. This Cycles remake. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Don't hit this orb. That was so evil. I had no idea where that was gonna go. I got a coin somehow. I'm sight reading coins. I'm sight reading Neptune coins. No! Dude, Neptune fakes are so annoying because you know like 0.5 seconds before you click that it's gonna kill you. But at that point you're already committed to clicking. Or you're already on the path where you can't avoid it anymore. How did I get that? How is this a coin? This is easier than the regular route. He puts fakes on sections of the level where you normally have to click when it's a remake of the same level. No impossible timing. This is officially a nerf. What the? Okay, I got 2 coins out of 3 so far. This is probably free. Yeah, this is easy. He didn't even change anything. Oh, he put mirror. Oh, wait. This is fine, actually. Okay, this one isn't so bad, except the hardest part of the regular level's coming up, and he probably buffed it, so... Nope. This is easier than normal Cycles? Oh, no, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Wait, why is this, like, free? Neptune? Wake up, buddy. You're about to give me 17 free stars, bro. Yeah, eat it! I don't have to play any Neptune levels anymore. I got my rewards. I did my aura farming, except that probably took me like over 10 minutes in total. Give me that. I just liked that level and got a color. I have to use it now. Okay. Boom. I got a ball. That's for 10 coins, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Equip the ball. Equip the color. Oh. It was a color too. Do I have something else I can use? I have yellow. Let's use yellow. All right, let's go into Club Step. Let's beast mode it with all 3 coins. This is going to be insane progress right here. Club Step is free. Easiest rob top level in the game by a mile. At least in my current form. I think Planet Mod demons really put the regular ones into just flow state for me. Editor, show me beating Planet Mod Club Step right now. Let's go! Let's go! It gave me insane muscle memory for the regular levels, I think. I will admit, a lot of Planet Mod was probably just memorization and knowing what to do. Okay, let's not die at the UFO. Nice! Not entirely sure how to get the second coin. I didn't get the coins in Planet Mod, I don't think. Is it just spamming up here? Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine. Yep. This is Club Step. This is easy. This is easy. Boing. Boing. Yeah! Eat it! Wait, I gotta get the last coin. Let me not speak too soon. This is free stats, though. Let's go. Let's go. Let me not get a noise complaint. Hold up. Let me not speak too soon. Yes! That was so beast! That was so beast! 1 attempt Club Step. I just got the black color. Let's put that on. Steam Step as well. We are at 148 coins. And I have a demon icon. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let me put on... Wait, what? It's a color 2? You know what? Sure. We're looking very snazzy now. Where are all the color 1s? Are these all practice mode things mainly? Annoying. I could probably buy a color. Yeah, color 1. Let's go with purple. Why not? Boom. Purple and black. Now we're looking very nice. Very snazzy. Did I get anything else? I got the Steam Step icon, didn't I? Okay, we're good. 148 stars. I kind of want to do a little bouncy orb thing that I did into the drop. Let's put this ball on free mode too. We're going to move this to the side. We're going to put another stretched out pad right here. This is just a really easy thing to do. It's the first thing that came to my mind, so I'm just gonna whip it out real quick. And we're gonna have a huge bounce pad right here that's gonna get us a bunch of free space and save us having to blow objects on layout pieces. I'm gonna put a yellow orb that's gonna go into a jump pad like right here. We'll probably put a fake block when that level actually goes in, but for now, we don't even need that. It's just a layout. We don't even need spikes in here. It would probably be nice aesthetically, but it's fine for now. I'll probably put a spike right here just to emphasize that you gotta get up a little quicker. I don't know, just a little bit of difficulty added in there. I kind of want to put a ship in. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm gonna make it free mode again. I don't want to make this too difficult, but I like the idea of free-flowing portals and having smaller sections instead of having it be like cube, then a wave pod, then a ball pod. Like, I want it to be a bit more flowy that way. Especially as I intend to break up the drop later on in the level, because it does repeat itself. Yeah, this can work for sure. I'm probably going to put a huge portal in right here with a lot of stability. I could definitely make a flatter slope, but I don't want to mess with that. Just do my tactic from earlier and do like a big slope. Just a little bit smaller, and then we can flip around. So actually, we could definitely do... Ooh, we could get a little funky. I feel like it would help the level feel a lot more bouncy that way. That feels so awkward, unfortunately. And kind of just cooking like so. We'll probably put some kind of obstacle to stop. Actually, do we even need that? 1 saw blade doesn't hurt. It can just be a little dude sitting right here. That's 1 star of the level, dude. Oh my gosh. I like that. I like just floating all the way up here. This kind of feels a little bit dead now, but whatever. We just play it off with a little saw blade just to make it feel a lot less angular and have the space filled up. And then we can put another one here, making them all 180. And I kind of want to put a slope with some, or maybe just 1 spike. I don't think it'll be tacky like that. It might be if we scale it up, but hey, I think that's probably fine. I'm going to change this to a smaller saw blade just to give a bit more space. I like the feel of this section. This ball's very nice and floaty. This ship section has a lot going on. I might make that a little... I don't know. I'm worried about the camera, honestly. I think this is just a dash orb moment, to be honest. And we do the speed up right there, too. Let's figure out how to make both of these things visible at once. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. I could do the age-old trick of putting this on, like, B2, putting this on B1. Why is that not above? Oh. What? Does it really have to be T1 to be above? I don't understand layering in this game sometimes, man. S block to stop the dash orb right here. I want to duel this? Maybe I do. I have 2 objects. That is genuinely perfect because now I can just go ba-bam, ba-bam. And that's going to play as a duel section. Cool. Oh, that's annoying. Got to put a no jump there. I'm going to hide these things, by the way, because we never need to see them ever again. We can put them on a different editor layer too. We never have to accidentally select it. Like, boom. Nice. Oh, I can't place another object. I already hit my max, didn't I? 148. Yep. Okay. Dude, this challenge is crazy. I think now is the time that we go and farm some easy demons. Let's see. I can definitely beat the Nightmare in 1 attempt. This might be where I get the greatest star gain, except for the Rob Top levels that I beat at the very beginning. This level is drilled into my brain as if it's one of the official levels, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I spent so much time trying to beat this on my tablet. I used to spam at this section. Does it still work? Of course it does. Why would it not work? This game gets 1 update every 7 billion years. This section still kind of scares me, though. I feel like Okay. Okay, whatever. Like, cool. No! Ah, dude. Jump early. There we go. Okay. Can I get through without touching any blocks? Oh! Okay. Whatever, man. I'm struggling on the Nightmare, dude. Bearing in mind, until I complete the level, I cannot place another object in my level. I can't just go and create because I'm frustrated. No, I have to actually genuinely do it. What I'm curious about, actually, is if I was Jax, how many stars would I need to build the Nightmare? Am I going to be here forever? I feel like I'm going to be here forever because... Wait, hold up. Did I really make a mistake with this challenge? This level's probably thousands of objects. Am I going to have to get thousands of stars? I've had my brain washed by people that are able to make really cool, low-detail levels with like a ton of gimmicks, and I'm not trying to do those gimmicks. Am I cooked? Am I actually cooked? I'm going to guess that this is like 4,000. Oh no. What's the password for the level, guys? Junie? What? Why does no one comment the password? Code is 007813. Thank you, legend. How many objects? I'm gonna guess 5,000. Oh. Okay. This is a lot. But remember, no scaling was in here, no gradients, no cool way to make pulses with 1 trigger. It's a lot of color triggers, you know. I don't think I can beat I Spy with my life pretty easily, but the Lightning Road, that's more my era. I'm kind of a dinosaur when it comes to this game. Okay. So far, so good. I don't remember if there's anything that I need to be aware of, except there might be 1 skip that I need to perform. I remember on high hertz, this level used to break. It's this. I need to fly up here and then go down and go back into this portal. I know, that looked crazy, but it was not that bad. Okay, ball section. Interesting maze. I don't think I know how to do this. I might die, but I'm not going to be mad if I die. Okay, just go in the middle, and then I think you fall into that yellow gravity portal. Okay, here we go. Same corridor, just single spike jumps like this, but then the ball maze is where I'm going to trip up. I got to go through the middle and duck the yellow portal. Okay, go up, and then I want to go right here. There we go. Then go back up. Okay, what happens now? Hit that orb. I'm gonna have to fluke this because I don't remember. I don't think I remember practicing the end at all as a child because I thought I would just... I don't know. I was stupid. I didn't want to practice. I was stingy. I beat it. Farming demon icons right now. This is what you want to see. I'm on 168 stars. This is good. This is very good. I think I can beat Speed Racer pretty easily. This level is an absolute classic, by the way. You need to learn the GD old levels if you don't already know. Except this level is one of the most downloaded levels in the game. I don't know who I'm preaching to. There's probably not a single person on this earth who's watching this video who hasn't played this level before. It's a peak memory level. Zenthic Alpha was number 2 on the creator leaderboards when I started playing, I think. Maybe in a battle for number 1. But yeah, this dude's levels are pretty sick. He has this really cool... I don't know what you would describe his style as. Kind of like a tech style, you know? Lots of 3D, lots of cyber structures. No, I got messed up by the speed change. Okay, you have to click super late there. It's like against my muscle memory somehow. Even though the timing should be still there, right? It's so cool going through that corridor. And this ship pod's kind of just aura. Feels nice to finally fly in midair again once you get out of the corridors. Crazy UFO? For some reason, it looks like you can slide up there, but you can't. Okay, whatever. I won't be mad, because as soon as we beat this level, I have 30 new objects to place on my level. Actually, I might try a few more on this list. I love that older levels don't have the pressure to create a lot of structures and like direct the gameplay. There's a lot of sections like this with corridors and then it becomes open. Let me lock in real quick. Oh, I don't remember what to do here. I'm kind of cooked, aren't I? No way! Okay, we're good. Whew. Is that 5 demons now? Or is it... That looked like 4. Okay. I'm collecting quests because I actually went and loaded them. 178. How many demons am I on? 4. Okay, we can do one more at the very least. Oh, there's some... Oh, this list is so good. X-Step V2 is an easy one attempt. This is like the easiest Neptune demon. I already played a bunch of Neptune demons, so I'll skip through it. Or Neptune levels, I should say, not demons. Yeah, like the fakes in this one are kind of readable. I don't know. Neptune was peaking with Jumper and Time Machine, apparently. I find those levels genuinely harder than this one. Oh boy. Oh boy, here comes the big talk. If I can remember everything here. You jump, and then you fall in. You have to keep jumping, otherwise you're too late. Pretty sure. Dude, it got me again! I'm wasting my time! Okay, let's see. Just have to keep jumping. Yeah, like that. And then what? Boom, bam, bob. And then this part's gonna be impossible, right? Isn't there like a really... impossible timing? It's looking fine. Where's the fake? That's the fake. That yellow pack. This level's... Yeah, this level's fine. This level is as easy as I remember it being. Okay. GG X-Step V2. What is next on the docket? Let me get that ship on now. Actually, I prefer this one. But I did say I was gonna play, like, take things as I unlock them. Okay. I'm kind of getting sick of that purple, and I want to change up my secondary. Let's go with this. Decode. That is the easiest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Let's go with decode. Okay. Okay. I might re-retire, dude. Yeah, this level's so fine. I can do it. I can totally do it. It helps that the second half of this level have some of the most iconic gameplay ever, to the point where there are challenges of just people uploading challenges where it's just these parts but reskinned, like Hot Dog Redux by Crit. And then this was obviously like the most iconic thing ever in 1.9. You know, the mute troll. Bum, 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 bum. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I actually put my money where my mouth was. Let's go. Moving onwards. Is that 200 stars yet? 198. Okay. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is put a pad like this that puts a jump for us, and then it flops over like that. I think this slope works quite nicely. It has a decent little flow to it. And we can jump onto this block as the other side and then figure out what we're going to do on the other. The thing I'm worried about right now is just making sure that the gameplay works and is readable. We can do an effect style and kind of just brush off whatever structuring weirdness there is to it. I think we do a very easy jump. We keep this staggered so that they both jump, but then have something else. But that's not central. Maybe something like this would be nice. But then how do I make it so... I guess I can put a flat block here, but that's... While we're waiting for the other side, I think this slope is pretty long. I don't want to also hit the ceiling there. I feel like this is a long pause in midair. Like, is it that good? No. Does it work? Yeah, but, no. I feel very conflicted when I make duels. I don't know. There's just something about it that I always struggle with. I'm gonna take the original blocks right here, minus the J, go on 0, so I don't collect those by accident. Move them across, and that should, if I actually just move these down, we can have a more central look at it again, where the duel can, like, match up like this. I'm spending a lot of objects by having so many drop downs, and duels are twice as many objects for blocks. Why am I not thinking of that? Oh my goodness. I'm actually such an idiot. Is this a good point to leave the duel? Yes. Okay. So let's just get out of here, dude. I don't want to mess with that anymore. Unbelievable. You were probably screaming at me for that. I don't mind spending whatever objects I need to spend to get out of this duel at this point. Because I like the gameplay. I'm kind of locked in on that at this point, but we have to get out. Then a different portal than a wave. I think a UFO makes sense here. We can just do a couple of jumps. I'm going to edit this exit a little bit because it felt a little bit odd. And look, you do this jump a lot sooner. That looks so confusing, though. I'm going to have to keep it like that. That looks weird, too. Oh, can I do the thing where one of the cubes falls off the screen? I don't know how to do that. I think I need to put a static camera in the middle. Let's see. Let's see if Wulzy can figure out how to use camera controls in the big 2026. Watch this. Watch this. This is going to be exactly like you see in the GD movies. Ignore the glow on the blocks. It looks crazy. Oh, that is so sick. That is so sick. Okay. All we do is we put this, instead of it being a weird block like this, we just put a little ramp down to make sure that everything is centralized on this jump pad. And then this is going to be the slickest gameplay I've ever made, dude. Move that up like that. Sure, why not? And then let's just pretend that nothing's happening, that we're just playing the level like normal. We're going to do a couple of jumps in the UFO. Yeah! Why didn't that jump? There's no click. Hold on. Disable P2 controls off. So why does that not happen? Maybe I just missed. Oh, that's not on the block. Genius, Wulzy. This block needs to be way wider. Is this the maximum width? It is, kinda. Okay, let's just move our things a little bit. Oh, I didn't move the actual teleporter up at the top. That's why it's gonna break. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna work. I really like that idea for the gameplay, and I like the idea of changing this into a ship, but I don't know how I'm gonna even structure any of this, because this is still... Oh, this cannot be an upside down portal, otherwise I'm gonna get too close to the portal. This has to be irregular. I don't like the idea of everything being, you know, decorated. Which is, it's stupid because obviously that's the whole point of the video, but let's just continue with the saw blades. I should have more objects to go. Yeah, I got like 13. A copy of structure from earlier that I liked. I don't know if this is going to make it into the actual level, but it's good for the layout right here. Yeah, this is great. I like it. Except I got to be careful because this player is coming back. So I can't really have this slope too close. This thing has got to be a lot smaller. I could do a no touch on this block, by the way, to make that possible. I'm just concerned about how it's going to look. Okay, now we've finally finished this section, I believe. I'm going to hide this star because it is kind of a secret to our camera. Here we go. This is our gameplay so far. Almost 200 objects, 200 stars. I beat 5 demons for this, I'm pretty sure. We have been cooking on this, honestly. I really like this section with the wave. My favorite part is actually the duel, even though I realized I'm using twice as many objects for the gameplay to have 2 players, you know? Little bit of a goofy realization on my part, but we're doing good right now. I really like this. I think it's gonna end up being 7 stars. This works perfectly, and yeah. I'm gonna move that section a little bit up, just because the camera is kind of low there, but otherwise, we're doing so good. We got the level to medium. Let's go. How long actually is it? 30 seconds? I'm halfway. Wait, but the second section is going to be slow. And it's not going to be many objects, theoretically. Theoretically. It's going to take so long. The video's probably so long already. Oh, well, you guys are getting a Wulzy movie. Okay, let's mix up what I'm playing. I want to play some newly rated hard levels. These should be one attemptable, quick fire, rapid fire bursts of stars I can get. I want a super vibey. I might be able to take inspiration from some of these, actually. Textures on this are super cool. I love the background. Really chill cyberscape. It's kind of opposite to the booming house song that I have, but you know, it could work. I like this line effect too. Very trippy with all of the movements that are going on. The gameplay on this is very freeform. Lots of open space in the ship. We got some cool borders around the screen. A nice trail too. Like I can definitely take inspiration from some of these. Okay, we hit 200 stars. That's amazing. Didn't Lie by Ninja Ghost. This one's very different. It's like a modern level. Very fast movements. Oh my goodness. Everything is popping right up in front of my face. Very fun, very bouncy. Maybe we could take inspiration from the flashy colors. Okay, this is definitely the best way for me to get stars and finish my layout. Like, oh my goodness. Put so much effort in so far just to get half a layout. There we go. 10 stars, just like that, dude. Sleeper music, HTML by Ladash. Ooh, really interesting. Are those bush objects? This is really unique. Oh my goodness, I almost didn't see that. Everything is very miscellaneous. All 3 of these levels have had really different vibes, different approaches to creating. I really like the versatility in the awarded section. I'm so tripped out by the placement of everything. Oh no! I was supposed to fall at the end. I got really tripped out by the placements of these orbs that I just completely forgot to stop holding, I guess. There's literally an arrow telling me where to go. Whoa, this one is insane. Love the 3D on the blocks and the little animated jump indicators. This one is sick. Oh, dude, they did the falling ball transition. That's awesome. Yeah, this one's very cutesy. I love the grass vignette. No, what's the word? Parallax. Why did I say vignette? That was very sweet. This has 25,000 objects, by the way. If I want to make something that looks like this, I need to up my star count immensely. Power Whisperer by 4Dean. Let's go. There's many little swings. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Also, incredible simplistic background. I might have to yoink that sort of thing. But I love how minimalistic this is. It puts a lot of emphasis on the cool details like the wobbling ground and the clocks and everything. It allows everything to stand out. Very unique approach to almost everything in the level. I love how the cube is jumping in sync with the clock. I need to take more of a creative approach to gameplay like this by just having a central gimmick that's really simple to pick up. Good level. I really enjoyed that one. Ooh, so bouncy. Another good level. That brings me up to 221. Serotonina by David Gamer. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, I have like super high gravity. What the heck? Okay, cool transition. I'm in a cave. Now I have regular gravity. Okay, you got me, you got me. Love the vibes. It's very tranquil. The bubbles popping is a really nice detail. Wow, this is very picturesque. I love the framing here, how you have the moon at the very top and then you have the river at the bottom. Good use of the static camera to allow that to constantly be on screen. Dude, these levels are so fun. I feel like I haven't seen the same idea in any of them twice. What? I clicked where you wanted me to. That was a nice little endeavor. Whoa, that actually genuinely tripped me out to go into just a regular blue background and just see GD objects the same way again. We're on 231 now. Warmth. Ooh, cool layering. Some of the squares going behind. I love multi-layered effects like that. Ooh, big, like X-Star 7 Equinox vibes on this. Looks really cool. They always had huge contrast between like the light parts and the dark parts of the level, with the light parts often having a lot of the screen. And then these desaturated, pale, blending, overlapping colors to fill up the rest. That was a whole level. Thank you for the stars. That brings us to 235. Do you think this is the fastest I've been gaining stars this whole time? Oh, this is beautiful. Hello. Whoa. Let me just lock in real quick, because this is a lot harder to read than the other ones, but I can follow the jump indicators. Oh, this one's trippy. This is what locked in feels. I just said I was going to lock in, dude. I just unlocked a new color. That's awesome. This is what locked in feels like, guys. I do not know what that said, and I'm pretty sure I just... Wait, what just happened? Did the level click for me? Saying. Dude, the level clicked for me. That is devious. I knew I wasn't tweaking. I love the details overlapping the blocks. And what did I just die to? Full use of space, again. I have a lot of open sections in my level too, so I gotta take note. These levels are really making me want to experiment with layering. Oh, what? I'm too tall for this level, dude. That's my first time being too tall for anything. I can't even manage to be taller than Junior. Okay. I just have to make sure I'm ready to hit that yellow orb at an appropriate time. Here we go. Boom. Did it. We just vibed, dude. This is the 10th hard level I'm going to complete. Something. Let's go. Cool trail. Okay, I got to learn how to do this trail thing. And just generally working with particles should save me a lot of objects. I love the sound wave designs in this, though. Very neat and stylish. I like that a lot. I gotta learn, dude. The color schemes in this one are very extravagant. Definitely has a particular vibe and sticks to it, but I think it's awesome for that. I'll probably do a couple of different styles in this level, but try and keep it somewhat consistent. Because I don't have many objects to use, I'll probably try and keep certain aspects of it across multiple parts and reuse them. Tapping into my old ways of creating by making one color loop or one setup for an effect and using it over and over again in all of the parts. Okay, cool. 10 hard levels done. First off, I gotta get this static camera fixed to leave the central position. I want to put a sign out so it just gradually returns to its original position by putting exit static. Probably over here because the song has this transitional feel, I would say, going through. I want to do a full ship section. I've had like certain aspects of the level be ship, but not a full ship yet, you know? Plus they're super easy to map out in layout form, I think. I think it would be really fun to have a big spider orb and then put a huge landing pad right here with a yellow jump pad, just to get a bit of momentum going. When I use these structures, it's mainly for layout purposes. I'll probably replace them in the actual version once I figure out my structuring, but just for now, I'm gonna make sure I have this idea working for me, at least how I think it's gonna play. I mean, that could be some pretty cool structuring regardless. And I'm not too concerned about using too many objects on those, because all it means is when I delete them and replace them with more optimized objects, I have more room to work with. Probably about to just copy, paste, flip this structure. Right here, we can do another one of those bouncy things. And for this scream, well, can you call it a scream? Vocal, definitely just gonna speed that up like so. I don't want to just do another wave section, but they are just really fun to make. So I definitely do want to make them, but you know, I don't want to just be repetitive is what I'm trying to say. I kind of want to put some corridors like this with some spikes on the sides like so. Not everywhere, but I think it's a cool touch just to have those. I'm over the object count. I just realized, wait, this would be epic. Hold up. Oh, let me just get my own achievements, guys. One sec. Let me just farm some aura. Okay, guys, relax. Wait, I would love to be able to beat high spirits and get stars from my own level for this challenge. I made this level. I should know how to play it, right? This level's coming up 6 years old, by the way. Isn't that nuts? I think I made this in 2020. I kind of peaked with this level. I'm not gonna lie. I can only showcase you my level once I beat this, or my new gameplay, I should say. It's an illegal amount of objects right now, and I need stars from this level to be able to legalize it. Yes, I think I'm actually gonna do it. This ending should be free if I'm not stupid. Let me not mess up some of these timings. Hold, and then all I have to do is just click, 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 click. Yes! Okay, so many orbs in that ending have a portal with them, and I was not prepared. Okay, boom. I have enough stars to be able to show you my new gameplay, which isn't even fully structured. Before I do, I made some camera controls to try and put emphasis on this portal right here. Essentially, I zoom in a little bit, but move the camera ahead at the same time. So it's kind of balanced. You're not really losing too much visibility. Then they kind of pop out like this. I can't even put an object like at the end to show you what the gameplay would look like with this zoom out, but trust me for now. Okay, so coming out of the duel, you have this UFO, switches to the cube, you go through here, and then you click this green orb, go up the staircase, nice. Spider orb down, and then another spider orb. I think that's the camera control I'm gonna go with. And you can see it slowly zooming back out. I think that's gonna be so sick. I'm thinking of filling in some of the gaps with the Rob top levels. I'm gonna change my icons again. Let's harvest some Sapunge energy. We're gonna change everything. Use this ball, create a point UFO. We have a wave now. I don't know what colors to use. I really did not unlock many colors at all so far. And map packs to unlock. Okay, this is fine. Wait, this ball is hideous. I'm changing the ball. I'm sorry. I know it's a good ball, but let's go. I'm gonna start off with cycles. I know it's only a 9-star, but it's a pretty easy one at that. I know where all the coins are. Just trying to unlock and beat the demon levels. Get those big star numbers out the way. All right, let's do the impossible timing. Bang. I feel like a fraud because I played Cycles V2 by Neptune before this one, so this is really underwhelming. Bang. Got that coin too. There we go. Let's get this one. Such a creative coin from Robtop though. GG. Okay, that puts us on 16 coins. I'm gonna put on that icon because it's aura. I just got a color too. Got a secondary color again? Are we serious? It's just a very similar blue to what I already have. Okay, so Cycles is done. I should probably go back to Geometrical Dominator. I could rebeat some levels and get the coins, but it's a time sink. I can be gaining new stars and new coins at the same time. Okay, get this again. There we go. Where's the coin? Is it down at the bottom? Oh yeah, easy. Why didn't I do this earlier? I could have just stuck it out and had 10 more objects, dude. I'm not even gonna call them stars anymore, they're just objects. New robot, let's go. All 3 coins, that puts me on 19. Let's activate that, dude. Use another new icon. Let's use this one. Did dash, I did finger dash. Oh, okay, so where do I go now? Do I do a map pack? But I need 30 coins, and I don't want to just spam that many map packs. Wait. I can do Demon Pack 3, and I can just do Crescendo. I already did these 2. Why don't I just do Crescendo real quick with a practice run? Because I don't entirely remember this level. I do remember this level, but I don't remember the tricks, you know what I mean? This level's worth like 20 stars to me, and a coin. Or 2, actually. I think it's worth 2. Then I can do Theory of Everything too. Okay, this is really just free. It's actually not even harder than Clutterfunk, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, that is a interesting jump. I gotta be ready for that after the mirror portal. Okay, let's do it. Bang. Wait, it's Theory of Everything. It's like a mix of Clutterfunk and Theory of Everything, except it's probably easier than those 2 levels. Oh boy, I probably spoke too soon, right? Oh no, it's the... I just got pranked. Okay, I'm so confident with the rest of this level, I'm just gonna go in normal mode. I think it's easy to the end. I don't remember this level having a brutal ending or anything. There's probably something that I should remember, but, you know, I'm too cool for that. Never mind. I don't have time to practice the last 20% of this level. I don't have time to practice or beat Time Machine. Okay, everything is strictly business. We're doing high value investments. This level to me is worth 20 stars and 2 coins. Okay, let's do it properly. There we go. And now I basically beat the level because the rest of it is free. Nice, got the jump. Just don't hit the orb. Be ready for those two. And let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is. What else is even in this level? Just UFO section. You know, I'm really not as intelligent as it seems. I haven't learned anything new since I was 16. That was probably the last time I made a new effect in GD. I've been an autopilot ever since. Let's not fall for anything. What even happens at the end of this level? What the heck was that? What did I just do? Okay, I'll take it. I'm not gonna question. Now I'm on 284 stars, but then I click complete on this map pack. Boom. 10 more stars instantly. 2 coins instantly. Got the UFO. Gonna enable it. Let's go. And now I have Theory of Everything 2, which should also be 1 attemptable. I'm harnessing the riot power with my cube right now. Bang. Get that coin. Nice. Oh! Nice. Almost forgot where to go somehow. Made it. Okay. Where is the second coin, actually? Almost forgot to go through that section as well. Okay. Here we go. Got it. Okay, this next coin is after the impossible ship. You gotta jump above the block, I think? Or am I thinking of the V2? Oh no, I can't remember. I can't remember. I spent a lot of time on the Neptune V2. Okay, hold up. Where do I go? It's up here, right? Yes! Okay, made the jump. The blind jump. It would be really embarrassing if I died now. And boom. 1 attempt, Theory of Everything 2. That's why I'm the GOAT. I can't 1 attempt some 5 stars, but I can 1 attempt Theory of Everything 2. I am putting that icon on. Let's go. Gimme. Actually, we gotta represent. I love GD Cologne. How do I get the gray? I'm not doing practice mode. All right, let's do a switch up again. We just hit 300 stars, guys. I really don't have many interesting color combos. Hold on. Let's go to the shop. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's get a nice primary dark blue. This could be cool. I hope that's blue. I'm colorblind. I don't know. I'm too scared. That looks blue. I don't know. What am I looking at? Bang. And bang. Okay, that's fine. It's not the greatest, but it's fine. And for Deadlocked, I'm 24 out of 30. Okay, this is a future target, I think. If I beat these 2 Neptune levels, which shouldn't be too difficult, they're both easy demons, I get 30 stars and 2 coins. I think I'm gonna change this out of a wave, since we already have a big wave part, and make it a cube, because I don't think I've had an extended cube part since the beginning. It doesn't have to be the whole part, but it could be slick if we have a couple of jumps here. I wonder if I can do something here if I just use like a light background particle. Some sort of indicator like this to have them appear. Crank some of these frictions to make it a little bit more varied in the size, because sometimes you get these really huge ones that like take it up. But yeah, I think that's a cool visual detail. If I just put this particle on a different layer and then put an area effect on these, let's see, with a short length. Like that, but they need to be a lot more visible. I don't want to lose all my readability though. That's pretty readable. Let's just say if I copy paste and I flip them around. Don't worry, these aren't staying because I'm gonna make some kind of mechanism to make them reusable. So if I move this, how many blocks is that? It's 5 blocks to the right with an extra 1.5 and then 1 down, or maybe half down. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this orb multi-activate, set these objects to group number 8. When they move off the screen, which is probably around about here, let's just set number 8, 0 seconds to move over. Oh, I forget how many. I think it was 5 sets of 5 and then another 1.5 blocks and then down half a block. And then I do the same thing with the particle, but actually move it because this thing is visible the whole time. The trick is to reuse these because they go off screen with the area move. I can reuse them and save objects like this. There we go. And then they're back. Kind of risky to use a green orb for this scenario, but I'm going to trust. The momentum of green orbs can really throw things off and make me miss the pad, but they're big enough that I think it's okay. It's gonna work. Now I want to reuse these blocks. I'm gonna get really silly here. I'm gonna give these a group number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then another 2 blocks, maybe 3 blocks over. So that's 530. These blocks should go back into place over here. We save a bunch of objects. There we go. Wulzy scummy tactics. Okay. Portal has to be multi-activate. Noted. We just need to copy the setup one more time. 270 and then -5. And there we go. We still are under the object count. And we have a cool little cube section. Kind of inspired by one of the bouncy sections that we played in the hard section. And it's going to fill this whole part, except I forgot to put the particle back down. I'm going to put a size portal right here, I think, and lead into a UFO. We're just going to put some pretty regular gameplay in here just to make up for the gimmicky section. I want to make sure it works in normal mode, by the way. Dot pause with free mode still doesn't exist, but we still have the blocks with glow, but it's okay. Go. Everything is reused nicely. Okay, same thing again. I'm just going to take these two structures, put them on group 10, and then copy paste them how far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then just another 1? Is that really right? 360? Should be pretty simple. These don't move off screen like before, so it's going to be a little bit less simple than before. You know what? I'm going to put a portal around right here to jump out of, because I kind of like... I always have liked merging UFO and cube gameplay. That's possible. Just need to align it correctly, like so. We can do a spider orb back into the UFO, I think, because it's fun to flip-flop. Kind of want to play with the gravity here and do a big pad and then a big portal. I have like 5 more objects, but that's not good. Might be able to reuse certain things from the previous to stretch out to the end of this part, but I might have to go and get some more stars, unfortunately. That would work. Can I stretch this gameplay out to the end? That's the main question here. Oh, it's not gonna make it. No. I wonder if I can put one portal here. Oh, hold up. 1 times speed, and then there's gonna be 1 more portal that comes in. I only have 308 stars, but you know where it's going. I really am starting to panic about the size of this project, considering that my layout has 300 objects alone, and it's taken me a very long time to grab those stars. So I have resorted to movement gimmicks to reuse blocks and stuff, which is working, but it's starting to form some decoration concerns because I'm going to have to reuse block designs and stuff. I can figure out a way to make it work, but man, this challenge is going to be a huge undertaking. I had no idea. Well, I had an idea, but I didn't really realize how big it was going to be. I'm glad I'm finding mechanisms that work, because this part seems like it works pretty neatly. It just feels nice to play. Honestly, even though it's a little bit repetitive. I've always liked that kind of gameplay, so hey. But yeah, look at this. How am I supposed to create with this? I'm feeling brave. I think I'm going to go for Remix Pack number 4. I'm going to go with Clutterfunk V2 in practice mode, but I'm scared because I think Clutterfunk has potential to be one of Neptune's hardest ones. I do think the ending of Clutterfunk is one of RobTop's hardest sections, and I don't think Neptune would have made it easier, so far, so good. Sight readable, nice. Oh, that's a bad fake. Okay, go up to the top. That's pretty simple. You don't even have the line set to white. It doesn't match the rest of the structuring to be down here. I just got faked by that so bad. Dude. Okay, let's see what this part is like. Okay, it follows a pretty similar format to Rob's, except that's a late jump. Okay, did not anticipate. There we go. Okay, surprisingly, I don't have anything to worry about here. I think this should be one attemptable on normal mode. Wow, okay. Maybe practice mode was the way forward this whole time, and I've been stupid for trying to go all in one go in normal mode and show off and get the stars quickly. This is actually much quicker. Like, yeah, there's potential to get it quickly without practice mode, but what? It's only 2 minutes to do a normal practice run. Oh, dude, I tried. I think I clicked just after I left the block. That's unfortunate. Okay, this is fine. That's like the only major trip up in the level. Okay, let's remember to go up this time. There we go. We pretty much beat the level now. Actually, this ship could kill me. Hold on. I might have just fluked past it in practice mode. I don't want to touch any of the objects here. There we go. Don't forget about this fake portal, and then we should be good to move on to the cube. There we go. Nice. And then I just gotta remember to jump late at that one triple. Right about here. There we go. Okay, we're good. But yeah, this is pretty much free. Thank you, Neptune, for making an actual sight-readable level. Hardly any fakes in this one when you could have been way worse. Oh, I did 10 demons in normal mode? I'm the best. Okay, so far, so good with this one. What is this? Oh my goodness. I guess no one knew how to make UFO gameplay. What is that? What am I looking at? Okay, just hit it late into the portal. Gotcha. Not hard so far, but a couple of what is going on moments, you know? The ending could be diabolical. Let me just see what the click pattern is like. What is that transition? Okay, click twice. And then what? This is just normal. Go this way, I guess. And then we're upside down. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's pretty easy to remember. Okay, that's really, really nice. And that is not that bad. I feel like Neptune is very gracious with some of his endings. Like, there could be something much worse, but it's often just a ship section or just autopilot cube or something that's pretty predictable. He doesn't have many choke points at the very end of his levels, which is nice. Okay, here we go. So just do 2 clicks just to transition in. And then it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 when we get to the mini section. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we just go into the middle. Boom. Okay, well that's just 2 pretty easy Neptune demons. How long did it take me to actually beat these? I'm curious. Let me just not click off the very last block and we're good. Yep. Okay. Nice job. That took 7 minutes to beat both of those and I got 30 stars. That's a lot faster than beating 6 5-stars, I think. Maybe it's around the same, actually. That's crazy to think about. What? What was that? I've never seen that in my entire life. What is going on with that? Something about that platform is killing me. So this is never gonna work, dude. Need to avoid these tiny little blocks, but this is what makes most sense for the gameplay. It's smooth, it's flowy. I think this song at this point of the level feels quite removed. Like, it feels like we're in a room outside of the main room. Kind of want to make it a bit floaty with a couple of portals, and that makes the gameplay kind of up in the air, which is free of objects, so it's kind of nice to have. Kind of just trying to feel out the song. I don't really know what to do at the moment. I have 10 more objects to use. I think I'm gonna do something pretty strange for the ending, which is put a line of saw blades like this. Oh, I don't have enough objects for that. I have to get rid of something in the level, or I can just beat an auto. Just get rid of something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna group these from the top down to the bottom. So it starts off with 11, then goes down to 12, etc. And then I put a move trigger for each, which is kind of costly, but I think it's a cool ending just before they ever get onto the screen here. Just moving them across very slowly at like a rate of 5 seconds, and we just let the player fly between. So if I do 12, that moves a little bit less, like a 96, maybe a 98. I'm trying to subtract an equal amount, which is 22, so it'll be 36, 54. And the bottom one is still going to move a decent bit, 32, I think. Then there's going to be a gap between the saw blades that appears, like this. Oh, that's not nearly enough, dude. I'm going to have to multiply all of these by, I think, 5. Getting my math skills tested right now. That is like 270? I should probably make it mini, but I don't have the portals for that, dude. And that's too far. That's just brilliant. That just really is brilliant. Hold on. Let's just do this. It uses 2 less triggers. So let's just get rid of those 2. Now the gap should be pretty simple. And then we can just like move that off screen or something. I don't know. Now I have enough objects to make this mini. Perfect, dude. Let's go. I think for the ending, what I'll do is I'll just group them as 11 and place a scale trigger right here that just makes them invisible like this. So I think what I would do is an exponential out and then a division by like 1,000. I think that should work. This ending is kind of lame, but I like the little ship outro. I think it's cool. Yeah, as long as that doesn't get hit. 338 objects. It's actually 58 seconds, which is really unlucky. I think we can put an end trigger somewhere over here, but we don't have the objects for that right now. So I guess we're just going to have to suck it up. And I think I'm going to let Junie do the final layout showcase. Okay, so don't judge me. I had to get a star for every single object that I placed in this level. Can you just tell me if it's good?
How many stars did you get?
I can't remember.
Can you try and remember?
It's over 200.
Can you remember better than that?
It's like 250.
So I'm playing a level with it's medium length with 250 objects.
Oh, it's only medium? There's gonna be an end trigger, but I don't have the object for that yet. It'll be long, don't worry. Just tell me if it's good or not.
I mean, yeah, this is a Geometry Dash level with 200 something objects. Oh, why is it lagging? Yo, why is
lags?
it lagging?
There's not even that many objects.
Why is There's not that many objects, but why is it lagging?
By the way, the reverse portals are kind of like obstacles that you can hit and survive
Oh.
with. You know, like the little pads and X step? Yeah. That's
Well,
like,
I figured it out now, but I just like didn't know at the beginning. I mean, that's like a fun idea.
I should move that. Okay, this is good. This is good intel.
Why am I your playtester?
Because you suck?
I am extremely unqualified.
No, but that's actually good. Like, bad playtesting is good playtesting.
Did you just say I'm bad?
Yes.
I'm
actually.
the only one who's allowed to say that. You can't talk bad about me.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that this
You
might be
no.
kinda difficult. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's not
Be
that
so
hard.
serious with me right now. You have 200 something objects, right? You have 200 something objects. Of all the things you could do with those objects, you made a duel. You could have done anything. You were like, I'm gonna use all my objects on a duel.
Well, you know what I realized?
Do you want the person playing your level to love you or hate you? Do you
Love,
want them to hate their
love,
lives?
love.
Well, it's not working.
Well, you know what? This is a lovable thing from me. You know what I realized halfway through building that?
What?
If it's dual, I need twice as many objects because there's two. Yay, you didn't die to that thing. Okay, let's see it. Yeah, you can hand it. Oh, you're fine. How did you die? No, wait, how did you? No, I need to know how you
Your
died.
level's bad.
How did you die?
You need to bug test your level.
Wait, what?
Your level's
You just
bad.
ruined it.
Why did you make it like that?
I actually have no idea how you died. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, okay. I know how. Because there's a block like off screen that you land on, and you like didn't land on it. In other words, you missed, which is pretty common for you.
I missed something off of the screen.
There you go. Okay, just keep going. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool?
Why did
You
you do
hate
that? Wait, why am I upside down?
Why did you die? You hate me.
I didn't process that I was gonna be upside down. I'm sorry.
You know when you hit the green thing?
Yeah, I know. Obviously not.
I know.
Oops. Are you having fun?
I'm having so much fun.
You hate my gameplay, don't you?
I never said that.
You said when you played One Last World. That's actually my fault. That's my fault.
Everything is your fault. Have you ever considered that?
That part sucks. Did you know that?
Why
It's
does it
really
suck?
cool
Why
when
does
it
it
works,
suck?
but it like doesn't work.
Well, what are you doing wrong?
I don't know everything.
Okay, so do this properly. Like that. And then it works. You see? What?
It works.
Why didn't
It
you
works
jump?
when you do it like.
I did jump. That was
No,
why
you
I
did
died.
not.
I literally
No, you
died
did
because I
not.
jumped. I
You
clicked
did
my
not
mouse
jump
and
from
I
the cube.
died.
You did not jump from the cube. I chose the wrong playtester.
How many objects are you targeting when you're done with this?
Like 1,000. I don't know, actually. Could be 2,000. Could you get some stars for me? Acting like you could beat anything, actually. What? Why do you keep doing that?
upside
Okay,
down.
should I change that?
No, I think I'm just brain dead.
Yeah. Okay, now we're actually seeing new parts of the level.
Why did you do that? Literally, why did you do that? You thought it would be so fun. You thought it'd be so fun. I'm gonna do the funny little critter thing where I put a random 4x portal for no reason, and I'm just gonna put it, and then there's gonna be a pretty narrow corridor. Push us to the side. I feel like I'm too far off to the. It's
That's
done.
it?
It's been yeah.
That was
didn't
such a non-issue.
Wow, it was so. You didn't need to do all that.
Guys, you know what the supermarkets, like the front doors, I can open those without touching them. Like I put my hands out and I go, and then they start opening. You're not very good at this level.
Whose fault is that?
Not mine. I didn't birth you with terrible skill.
Yeah, but you also made the level.
But the level's easy.
It is. What's that?
You're actually so, I can't say big, but you're greedy. I was gonna say you're so big and greedy because this video is so long where you want to take up such a long segment just because you're gonna die for content over and over again.
You're the one who asked me to
Click!
be in it.
Nice. Remember, upside down.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, lock in.
Okay, there is no way.
What the? How did you break it?
Okay,
How did you break
number
it?
Number one. I have no way of knowing that when I enter that portal and that 4x speed, that my gravity switches. I can't see that. I think I'm upside down. I enter the portal. Magically, I'm normal gravity.
What's that?
What was the? I thought there was a different portal there.
Are you just lying for fun?
No, I thought that was like a mini portal, but I already was mini. Was I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why?
Go again. Well, you didn't buff.
Why does your gameplay appear? Why does it appear like that?
So every time you see one of those like empty spots, you have to jump. I'm sorry, I didn't have enough objects. I'm not good enough at the game to get the objects to place a spike.
I clicked so early, it didn't even register.
I have enough feedback. You can
No,
quit.
I have to beat it.
Okay, jump. Jump. Do you need jump indicators? Those would cost a lot of stars. Guess I'm worried I'm not going to be able to decorate this. I need quite a lot of objects. Hey guys, so the reason I didn't upload for 1 year straight, it wasn't because I retired, it's just because this video took me forever to make.
Guy who lies for fun.
That being said, like and subscribe. Jump. Jump. Jump! Oh my goodness!
I beat it.
You know what? You want to say you beat it?
No, I didn't beat it.
So this part's actually fun because you like sight read it and you knew what to do.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Okay. What about this? Like, is this part bad? Like the big orb thing?
Yes.
That's bad? Like that's actually bad?
I just need some more guidance.
The particles aren't enough? Okay. That's actually valid criticism. Thank you. How did you sight read this and now you can't do it?
Because I'm trash.
Jump.
Sure.
You can go anywhere. But that's good. You did good. Do you like it?
It's so good. You did such a good job. I'm so proud of you. It's not feature worthy.
It's not done yet.
I wouldn't send it.
It took me 338 objects to make that, by the way.
I thought you said 200.
I couldn't remember. You know, I've been grinding for so long, you know, 1 star just kind of looks like a couple of stars. You know, you get mixed up. I'm seeing stars. I'm like, whoa, it's Wulzy. And that was the playtesting segment. Now I have to go torture myself and build it. Alright, it's been a little bit, but I'm back. And I have a strategy, you know? I made a lot of levels that have star ratings. I should know how to beat them. This should just be muscle memory, because a lot of this wave is kind of just portal spam. Yeah, I'm not even aware of what's happening. I'm just playing. When you stop learning a part for what it is and you just start learning the rhythm of it, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know why I started the session with this. I actually wanted to spend a ton of time on this. I kind of don't even care about the challenge anymore. I'm just, I'm going for the longest video ever. This is so bright. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is lagging. Dude, is this actually how it feels to play my levels? This sucks. Dude, I'm not playing this. I'm not playing this. I just watched Journey suck at playing this. I'm going to make these changes. This block is moving. This block is moving. All of these blocks should also move. This block needs to be a little bit larger. And I'm going to break my own rule of staying to the 4 times. I'm going to scale it all the way out like this. This was fine. I may move this a little bit to the side because I did notice Journey hit an object up here. I think this is fine, but there needs to be a pad like down here. So I'm going to put one like so, move these across, and then I can't see the gameplay, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure this was all fine, and the ending was fine too, but I am going to move this up just a little bit. All right, my plain background is on, and I'm going to start making some colors. I have an idea for the way I can make some cool pillars or structures. Maybe I'll use a spike, maybe I'll use another object, but for now, just because this spike has a base and a detail, I'm going to make the spikes on like 2 and 3, some different color channels, and they're all going to be copying another color channel, which is going to be number 4. Let's just say this is a pastel red. I'll make the background copy this color and go like pretty dark. So this is the main color channel I'm working with, this red. The background should probably be warmer than it, but that's not cool looking. That's a horrible color to be using. I don't know what to do. Do I go like a super big hue away from it and try and get some contrast with that color? Kind of just going to do a big fade, put the default color that's on and shift it around the color wheel to like a blue. So that as I go through the level here, the background's okay. This is a horrible color though. Maybe I stick to this like pink purple range. Why is the background going green? Oh, because the hue change. Duh. I have to be really careful then. I can't do anything crazy because most of the time it just ends up going this weird color that I don't want. Maybe I have to saturate this color a bit more because this is a cool color. This is fine. These particles look weird and then it goes green. Let's just do minimal hue changes then. It should kind of dance around this color and work with it rather than contrasting too early. We're gonna figure out a way to make color channel number 2 and color channel number 3 copy that color number 4. Looks bad, so one of them has to be darker. I am inclined to make the detail darker, so let's just do a constant minus 0.5. That's not good enough. Okay, keep going. This can work. Trust me, with some pulses and stuff, this is going to be less ugly. Ego death. Oh no. This level is genuinely hideous, dude. Oh my goodness. And then the drop with almost everything stolen. That's really fun. You would hope that the gameplay will be good if it's just a layout with a couple of backgrounds, right? But no, it's actually terrible all around. I have been recording for 6 minutes in this session and I haven't gained a single star. This song is banned. I was very proud of this level when it came out, and I still am. I really like how trippy this section is. Honestly, let's discuss some of the plans that I have to save objects. I think I'm gonna try and make backgrounds for the beginning parts that I can reuse later in the level and add some like progressive layers to it. If I just continuously add to the background throughout the level, then I probably have to spend less objects that way. Yay, okay, I finally got some stars with the Wikipedia logo, I think. I'm pretty sure that is. Playing my old features, also this level has no song too. Playing my old levels is really reminding me that I don't have to do something too insane for this level. Maybe I'll do something with like a desaturated rainbow scheme because I really like this and it's really easy to reuse throughout an entire level. This is kind of how I expected this to go. Give me all the stars. Some of my levels are genuinely 50 seconds long. Can I please play a level with a song? Oh wait, hold up, there's a memory maze. My 6-star level has memory in it. Wow, I really was overusing this color, and for some reason my levels have crazy shake triggers in them. This is how I thought it would go. I'm racking up stars now. Let's go. What are we on now? Like 360? 362? Is there a better object I can use with a base and detail? Maybe I'll just stick with the spike for now. So let's just turn off the natural glow on the object. And it is possible that this can be used for like the edges of blocks like this, because that's a pretty cool looking structure already. Actually, first off, we need to get the vibes in the background. I want there to be a gradient that is partially in the background, I mean. So we put this on the background level and we set one side to be 0 opacity, I think. Yeah, you can see how that is affecting the level. I don't want this to be super dark. Maybe I can actually increase the brightness at this point. I'll use negative instead of the multiplier just because I want this to have greater range in pulsing. And if it's dark sometimes, then so be it. Yeah, so this is a little bit more vibey with this dark glow at the bottom. What I wanted to do is create a pulsing scheme for base and detail for blocks that I can use. Wait, what? Where are my buttons? Oh, is that group only? Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can use color channel 2 and color channel 3 and then refer to whatever settings they have. We just make it go a little further back, for example, and we just have a short fade in, fade out that increases the brightness and maybe the saturation, and it copies 4 again. Okay, so it goes this like kind of pinky color right now. So say if I have a 1, 2, 3, if I do 2, 3, and then the background with the same kind of pulse, you see how there's kind of a layer where it goes outline of the spike, inside, and then background. Something like that could be super effective to put on a loop. Super effective. I'm speaking in Pokemon terms. And then, for example, if I put another gradient over the top of the level that has 0 opacity on that side, and then number 3 on the other, and then make sure it's additive. It's not as bright as I thought it would be. Let's just see how this looks. Okay, there is a bright little pulse at the top of the screen. Is that too bright though? What we have to do is just test how this looks when it's looping. See, that's way too bright, unfortunately. Oh, but that teaches me that I don't need the brightness to be cranked all the way up. So hopefully I can save this. Okay, it's when the background also pulses that's the problem. So if I take that out of the mix, this is all of a sudden more bearable. I just need to find out a way to make this work, you know? I think instead of a long color fade, we can just make it part by part. That's going to be a lot more controlled. That works, and then I can fade this over to pink as the part is going on. And since everything's copying the color, it should be slick. Like, this isn't using too many objects to do, really. Okay, if I hue the background plus 50, that actually creates a pretty cool effect. Except the colors do get messy with that pink staying really vibrant. Just playing with the colors right now because the loop is going to be super important for this level. So I really got to figure it out. And then with a single object, I should be able to create some vibes by having a constant rotation on those gradients. Let's just say that's group 12. We do, I think the level's 60 seconds long. It's just 65 and it rotates 12 times. Then if I loop those, you see how it's kind of twisting and we get these vibes, but the background direction is changing a little bit. And then say for a transition where we need to create a little bit more intensity, we can then put an alpha trigger right here for those two things, which was group number 12. Fade them off, and then we can fade them on in the hype moments. So it can be like 12, fade quickly up to full, and then fade back, not all the way down, but to a level that's acceptable. This is going to help us get some mileage out of of the color effects that we put into the level like this. There we go. Okay, this is really helping me get a vision for the level now. Cookie. Oh yes, this is a banger. The random Reese's Puffs section. Reese's Puffs isn't even a cookie. Are you? I don't think playing my own levels was the strategy. Okay, you gotta click instantly here, otherwise you just die, apparently. Yay, okay, I got some more stars. ... This one got featured? That's actually unbelievable. And then this masking effect really doesn't even work, but apparently this part still ended up getting put out. Why did I put the level out in this state? Because it's on such a random timing, too. There it is. 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 13 seconds. I just decided, you know what? That's the level. I can't do this style because this object thing that I got going on with the billion lines, yeah, that's not really efficient to create with. However, this kind of thing would be super easy to do with a gradient on invert. Wait, is that how it works? Can I fade a gradient on and then do an effect like this? I don't know if that's actually how it works. The fact I retired and I'm less familiar with creating in today's meta with today's tools, really hindering my ability to plan ahead. I was trying to play with the white mask a little bit by taking advantage of how blending objects don't show up on white, but if I do that effect with another filter placed over the top to make the white darker, then I can technically use that effect with some darker tones. I don't think a level like this would slide today because of how easy that background would be to make with probably like a particle or something. I mean, it's giving me ideas, but I'm just not going to be able to build like it, you know? Just gonna do a long fade down to a darker red. 5 seconds. Keep the blending on it, obviously. This just starts to get a little less intense over here, and then it's gonna be another increase in the brightness. Let's just put it back to this magenta. We can keep this running for a little while. I like that slow fade. Let's tease it going back to red with an 8-second fade. This gets us through the pink and kind of waves it goodbye. And we can start fading it off right here again, I'm guessing. Maybe a little shorter for that. We're going to fade it to orange with a slow fade starting around here, I'm going to say. Let's do a gray for this section because that's going to make the pulsing effect with no hue or anything. It's just going to kind of be vibing out, and we can colorize it right here. We're using all of this side of the color wheel. No blue or anything. Like, no... Yeah, here we go. That feels too bright. I don't like this color scheme when it's on this side of the color wheel, so I guess I have to just figure it out. I'm gonna eat some objects real quick by going towards orange and then shifting towards a darker purple to end the level. I think that makes sense. It's kind of reminiscing on the level's color scheme so far, and then it gets vibey towards the end. Cool. To save myself a few objects, I can really just get rid of the backs of these objects. I don't know how I didn't think of that during the time. These hitboxes just do not matter. Structurally, it's definitely helpful to have them, but I can do that with the decoration. Maybe I can make a new color channel of 4 that is blending, but that's not going to pulse with the rest. So for now, I'm just going to put this on 4 itself. Maybe not too large, but it could be good for like the top of an object. What I'd like to design right now, just for one block, just so I can get my ideas up, is a compound object that's going to have some sort of effect to it. Copy values. I want one more object that can make this really classy. Probably something like this, right? If I just hide that left object real quick, like so. Figured this out. So if I put both of these on 4, which side do I have to make darker? This one? It's possible to make this a design. It's just whether I think it's gonna work when there's a ton of objects using it and when there's an object behind it. Plenty to be done here. I think a widened glow object on the bottom would be helpful too, like this. I shouldn't really be designing because my style is definitely effect focused, but I'm definitely trying to move forward from that slope thing that we had going on. But yeah, let me figure out this little thing right here. I want to make it thin, and then I want to make a stripe that kind of splits the block like this, because that looks really cool to me. I just want to make the hues slightly different so that it has a bit of variation. And then to structure it, I put a spike like this underneath. Heck yeah. Okay, I have a structure idea for this section. I'm probably going to try and put some detail over the top, but I'm liking this. This is 6 objects. That's a harder level for every time I use that structure. Oh, that's pain. That is really painful. I don't know if I want to keep this, but it's an idea. You want 80. This should be a free 9 stars real quick. This level aged horribly, by the way. I know this was a level that introduced a lot of people to me, but this getting epic is actually outrageous. Oh, please just be a dash orb. What? That dash orb doesn't even work. You have to buffer it. What happens here? Okay, thank goodness I don't have to play that ever again. That icon is ridiculous. What did I just unlock? What did I just do? Yob. Fine, I'll do it. This level's like 40 seconds long, and I was super proud of the intro, but I think it's been aging worse and worse as time goes on. This is exactly how my level's gonna look, with the constant pulsing that's going on in the loop. Even when it doesn't sync with the music, that's how my new level's gonna look, because I don't have the objects to change it. That shading that was over the top was super ugly, like the closing glow. Yeah. not really the best. Little Lights is also genuinely about 35 seconds long, so let's just do that real quick. This is when I started learning what kind of colors blended nicely together, like the blue tones and stuff that come into the background. Letting that kind of wash over the level was super interesting, because I put another blending screen over the top that matched the background color. I mean, this is some of my nicest design ever. I'm just gonna say it. And the background is super trippy. Like, I just really loved this whole section. How long was that? I'm gonna guess 39 seconds. 51? Really? I think I can afford to put 2 particle layers. So what I want to do is I want to have a large area where these are not really moving much at all. So let me just put speed 0. Start size, probably 1. End size, huge. And we're going to put glow objects that fade on and off. So it's going to be a longer fade out than a fade in, like this, with glow pieces. Which one is the best? This one's probably better because it's kind of smoother. This one has a stronger circle, but I like the idea of it being an orb. We want less of these objects, I'd say, and I want them to vary in end size a lot, like this. Or do I do 30 and then do plus or minus 10? Yes, I do, of course. I wish they wouldn't spawn so close to each other so often. I feel like I have to turn this number way down. Okay, what I do is I make the area large and I scale it up anyway so that they are kind of far apart. Like this, yeah, okay. And what I do is I set the particles to be object color, and I think I can go with 2 or 3 here. Yeah, because that makes it match and kind of hue nicely with the background. Let's do a set in the back. This is going to be the background layer. And then there's going to be a layer on the inside, which is smaller, so they're closer together. Probably going to swap around these colors, and I'm going to make them move slower, I think. I don't like how crowded this is. Okay, so if I drag this slider, kind of makes some of them have a bit more of a gloss to them. That gets pretty obnoxious pretty quickly, but I can desaturate these like so, because that makes them less of a saturated mess. This is kind of what I was going for. It looks a lot more starry in a way, and I might change this to be higher up in the layers. Don't know, but I could go with like a sparkle effect or like a camera shutter sort of thing. This looks kind of cool. This looks better because it's angular and the wave is angular. Okay, we're going with this. Over the top, I think that could be beautiful, honestly. Let's just make sure this is on the most recent free group. Let's lock it right here, and I'm gonna make them scale on to the screen, I think. Now let's see what happens if I have a scale trigger that divides these by 100 on the X and Y earlier in the level, and then we have a scale trigger right here that multiplies by 100, ease out 1 second, maybe a bit faster because that's going to make it have more impact. Make sure these are not fading or anything. Don't fade, don't enter. I do think we need 2 of these, and we need to progress past them slightly in the level. Why did that movement stop? Huh? I put -1 for sure on that move time. -1. That should go forever. Why does it not? Just in case, I'm just going to test. Let's go with the camera then. I think we double up, as I was saying, like this, and I'm gonna guess which way it goes. I'm pretty sure it's 0 and not a minus. I got it right. There we go. I do want to put a Y movement on this to help it feel open now. Let's put this on another camera lock of like 0.85. That's actually exactly what I wanted. That's what I was going for. You see how it kind of moves a little bit with me? I think we use this for a lot of the level. I'm not gonna lie. We can easily just fade it off or fade it down, just as we've been doing with other details. I feel like this is gonna be a common thing in this level. We fade it down and then we let it shine during key moments. So let's just fade it on to full, and it can stay on for like the entire duel almost, and then just fade back off. Wait, hold on. I can save object here. I get so excited about stuff like this. Okay, I'm gonna put these 2 triggers together like this. It's almost like a pulse. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on spawn trigger, multi-trigger. Give them a group. Next time I want to use that, how many blocks away is it from the portal? 2? Okay. Next time I want it to have some flare when I go through a portal, I take that group that I just put them on and I go spawn 20, spawn ordered, and that's going to spawn them with the exact pattern that I had them set up with here. Next time I use it, that's -1, so we saved an object. We're actually neutral now. We use it right here, and boom, we have saved an object, guys. Oh yeah, I want to use it just to round off this section, even though it's barely going to be visible. Why not, dude? Using it. Boom. I'm the best. I'm the best. Okay, so they fade off, and then there's going to be the section where they fade back on. What? Wait. Okay, it kind of worked. We need to decrease the fade time for it to come on, but it's being reused. It's nice. It's welcomed. It didn't work. It didn't work. Why isn't it working? No! My idea! Oh, come back to Earth. This is a classic. Calling my own level a classic, but like, this is where my mask work was very good. I'm surprised that this didn't get an easy demon rating. I'm not gonna lie. That ship section at the beginning, kind of tight. Especially because everything is moving here. This was the biggest flex of me using a mask like this, where it's block-based rather than background-based, because you can actually move the objects. I was really proud of that. Yes! Okay, I clicked one too many times, but I survived, thankfully. Boom. Almost at 400. Trippy. This should also be a 1 attempt. This is a free 7 stars. Dude, the 1-2 punch of this level and my winter level, my first ever building series in the same year. Ooh, take me back, dude. Oh, beautiful colors in this wave, dude. Oh my goodness. This multi-layer masking thing that I had going on is so sick, too. I will be equipping that icon. I'm proud of that. Oh, this is laggy. This is when I started getting into like block animations and stuff. This section really has aura when it starts opening up and there's just so much going on. I don't think it's one of the best things I've ever built, but I think it's cool. This is where it really started that I just started spamming things and just calling it a day. Also, my icon was genuinely invisible for half of that level. Okay, I'm kind of suspicious that it's something to do with the... You know what? I think we outmoved these objects. That's my next theory. I'm willing to use an extra 2 objects just to make them stay on the screen. Or we delete these 2. We don't need them. Okay, so they fade off, right? Let's make them move forward again. We make them move forward. Wait, backward, 300. And then later on in the level, while they're invisible again, I'm just going to move them an extra 100. I'm just going to hope that that keeps them on the screen. So it shouldn't be noticeable that they're moving back. But right now, they should be visible again. Right here. Boom. That's not what it was? Is my trigger setup not working? What the flip happened? So now my strategy is I'm going to put some glow on the screen like this to show where the particles should be. Okay, we need to do a copy of the level. I need to delete all zoom triggers. Then I'm going to place a zoom trigger that's going to be like genuinely 0.1. I want to know what happens to my beautiful particle objects. Okay, so there they are in all their glory. So what happens to them? Is it because we teleport? No, they're still there. It's something to do with teleport. I know it is. New idea. Don't move them, but to create the illusion of movement inside the particles. Okay, we need to make them move to the left. So we put this way, but we don't want any variation on the angle. We just want 180, but we want much less speed. See, that might work. Then I don't need this guy. Then I can just lock this permanently, but should I put it on the player? I don't know what to do in this situation. I really don't. Can I play without preview and have the particles just stay on screen? No, dude. No. What the flip? My entire editor is white. Okay, so we absolutely cannot change what we had going on here. This was absolutely perfect, dude. And this is creating the illusion of the particles moving left, by the way, with no move trigger antics. This is perfect. This is exactly what we need. So they're still there. They're just less prevalent. Okay, they're coming back. How did I get myself into such a pickle? All I'm trying to do is fade a particle off and fade it back on. Okay, without that movement shenanigan that I had going on, this is still looking good. Something to do with when I was locking it to the camera and messed it up? It works now. Okay, that's fine. I got it working. I don't know how I fixed it. I don't know what the problem was, but I want to keep that entire section in the video just so you can see what just happened to me. That was really frustrating. And I feel like more creators need to see that things like that can happen. And you just got to persevere or find solutions and just stay calm. Let's just make all of those happen earlier. The particles stay on screen for longer. They get more impact. Bish, bash, bosh. Okay. I remember I recorded this video and this idea was the only, or this part was the only thing that I had in my head before recording. I just freestyled everything else. I used to be really good at visualizing like an entire GD part, like background, how it interacts with the blocks and everything, which is kind of impressive for effect levels. Oh, why did I do that? The background did not need to go to white there. This was my random color building challenge. This is also nostalgic to me. I can even remember what I was studying specifically, like what classes I was taking in university at the time I was recording this series. This is a free 8 stars if I don't die now. Let's go. That was quick. We're making good pace now. 9 stars. Okay. Okay, so I've created a trail behind the player, which I'm going to change soon. But essentially all it is it's a particle that is going to be much larger, and there are going to be more of them, I think, or just more in size that kind of fade together. If I create something with a circle that's a consistent size, consistent spacing, all I do is I put this on an advanced follow trigger, group 21. I'm going to make sure this uses the object color. This can just be 4, like this. It's just advanced following to me. And because of this relative setting, the objects stays. So we can create something with this. I think we can make it go a lot larger over time, or maybe make it smaller over time or something. I don't know. Let's do end size 0, start size 25. It creates a pretty cool looking effect here. Hey, that is really bright, but it could look really cool if we get the right colors on it. Saturation full. Then it looks less cool. There's a way to play this. I know there is. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this with this bright white line. I couldn't really figure anything out. I'm just gonna make sure that it turns itself on and off for like climactic moments of the level. You know what? I really want to do a similar loop to what we were just doing earlier. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So let's just make sure every time we use it, it's group 22, spawn ordered, and we use it 1, 2, 2.5 away from a portal or something that I want to have as a trail. So let's actually put a trail right here because we're doing a pretty cool little section of the level where we're flying up. But what I want to do is make sure that when we fade it on and off, that the particles still have like kind of, that they stay and they're obedient, if that makes sense. Because when we were fading the background on earlier, it took a while for it to get going. That trail is barely noticeable. Ooh, maybe I should make it bigger. I need to spread it out like this and like this, and then make this much longer to fade out, and then also make the trail itself bigger. I don't like how patchy that is, by the way. Do I really need to put like 1,000 particles to make that actually smooth? See, that just looks stupid, but it's smooth at least. It's actually not that bad in normal mode. It's just a little bit obnoxious. Okay, I really like how this is looking so far. We have some cool ideas in place. We have a couple of trails that fade on. We have a particle effect in the background. Also, I do like how this trail is on one side of the duel. Goes through the UFO, turns off. It's just so smooth how it fades on and off. I really like it. And then it comes out for the pads. I think that's just so sick. And then it should fade on here. There we go. Yep. I'm liking this. Gauntlet Rush. Oh, the colors are all just horrible. What happened to me? This is just also really saturated and bad. I'm still happy that this level exists, but I'm not ashamed of anything. It's just like almost a little cringe after playing some of my good ones to play stuff like this. 429 stars. I'm actually flying. I'm doing Wulzy choose block first. I like this series a lot. I know I raged a lot in the videos, but I think I made an actual banger. I think level swaps were training me to just go with whatever. Just go with the flow and just build stuff. What the? Oh, what is happening? No! How did I do that? Yes, okay. I really did not want to have to go through that ending again. It looks cool, but it's unplayable. Again, I'm not going to play the rest of my other levels, I think. 436 stars. We're at a decent place right now. Now I think I'm going to focus on some orb effects, just like general decoration surrounding orbs and the way that they're going to move and stuff. I kind of developed this style over the years of 2.2, but let's just put these on a group, and then I like to put like a area move before the level with that group 24 that just moves them ever so slightly in different directions, like less than a block, and you just have them really subtly just kind of shimmy around, and you make them stay in their original spots. Yeah, so when you look right now, these orbs are kind of off grid and they move into their original positions like this. Now it's very subtle and you can pair them with some other movements or just make it stronger in general. I'll probably keep the angle small but increase the amount of movement that they can possibly go. I just think this looks really elegant. It doesn't harm the level at all. Then I kind of want to do some swirling details for the portals. Something like this would just be really simple if I just had one object placed on group 25 that's constantly rotating. This is just one trigger that creates an effect for the entire part, maybe multiple. If I just put this on a similar rotation that we did before, like -12 over 65 seconds, it's just going to rotate like this for the entire level. One object, one trigger, does something like that, and I can just use this object on a lot of different portals. I can figure out a fading effect for these, but it just starts to build up the part. I really like some of these textured objects. I really did not use them enough. This thing looks sick, and I could probably pair that with another object. I'm just thinking, there's an animated object. I don't remember what. Something like this object over the top could be so sick if I use the same rotation. Maybe layer it a little bit, actually. Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. So I want to get rid of all of the delayed loops, so this is constantly running. Maybe make it a little slower, so I can just put like 0.75. And let's give this some pizzazz. I want to make this warmer for sure, so let's just increase the hue there. If these are both rotating different amounts, let's just make 26 a slower rotation. I think 26 -12. I'm willing to throw objects at this because animated objects really do bring the level to life. I want to create an effect here picture where there is a beam or some sort of splitting screen effect with this orb. So let's see how we can do that. First off, I think we put one of these large objects in with a 25 or a 26, maybe both. Let's just see. We have number 2 and then we have number 3 that can be in the back. Yeah, let's actually do this. Let's just make sure that they're kind of offset from each other. Just rotate them between, switch the color on them, and then we should be good to have those come in. This can fade on. So let me see. Let me grab this. We put 27. Or do we scale it on? I think we scale it on because we've done a lot of fading so far. So we just do the same thing that we tried earlier in the video. If that actually survived the cut, maybe didn't. Scale it down. We divide by a large number. Then at the time we need this object, we put an exponential out, which is a really quick, nice, snappy scale with 0.25. Line it up with the dash orb. You can turn on duration lines in this menu. And then we're going to have some sort of particle effect. I think I would really like if there was a desaturated line effect. Now, this would have to be really, really wide, and it might lag for that reason. But if I can create some sort of thing here that has more spread upwards, less angle on it for sure. Okay, this is looking really fast in this menu, but really slow in game. Probably because of the size of it. But I would love if this could just be like a gray, just so it doesn't interfere with much of the color that's in the level. Let's just use the object color by going extra object color and then flip it like this, move up to. We need more of these objects for sure. It doesn't have as much presence as I hoped it would. I'm willing to waste and throw objects at this, honestly. So 28 locks with the player for like, let's just say 1 second, because we're going to get rid of it soon. And this is the exact point that it's going to fade on almost instantly. So 28 going to have like a 0.03 fade on time. And then as we hit this part of the portal, it disappears like this. I can definitely change the type of particle that it is, or maybe change the size of it, or I don't know, maybe start big and small. That could be sick given the right sizing, obviously. Or wait, I'm cooking now. We just make it a vertical line on this object and we make them pretty large like this. Do we let the angles go out a little bit like this? Oh, I forgot I stretched it. I like it. Yeah, that's good. That was a happy accident. I kind of want to copy this whole thing and reuse it. I know it used a lot of objects, but it has so many triggers that I think I do just have to copy paste it and put it in the level. I didn't really make it copy pastable at the time. You know what? We'll get these objects back. We'll go play some more levels. The layering of it is just horrible, actually. Let's just slap it all on B5, to be honest. So we get this, and this, and I think there's another object. Did I forget the one that makes it invisible beforehand? I think I did. Let's just press build helper and then we just redo it. So let's just put 29 invisible beforehand. So then we pass this area and boom. You know what? I think I do have to put objects just to stop us from dying here because Junie was getting cooked. Let's put a spike. We're finally going to use this thing. Put it on some like really obscene. Yeah, like that. Like that's interesting, right? Maybe I should make a little extra spike above it. I think we just put them next to the jumps for now. It's a placeholder for sure. When I get more objects, I'll try and make another effect for this, but I'm actually kind of running out right now. I'm at 430. It's a little weird building without some of the blocks like this right here, but we'll figure it out. I do want to vary this a little bit just because we're on an angle, and also I just don't like using the same deco of the same size and everything. I might just do a little extra mini version on the inside with a different rotation just to mix it up, make it a little bit different. And I'll probably just do some sort of hollow object, and that brings me to 436, and we'll be able to see where we're at. I feel like to design this level, I'm gonna have to use a lot of repetitive block designs and move them into their right positions, which is gonna get very tedious, but I'm at a stage at decorating now where I'm detail focused, and I'm trying to create little touches of detail, like the dash orb that's coming up. Things like that will really bring the level alive. It'll break up the repetitive block design and stuff, I hope. I could definitely have been more creative in this section. There needs to be a background, but truth be told, I need some more objects, dude. All right, it's a brand new session. I think to get some more stars, I'm gonna do an epic rated harder awarded section. You know, epic rated levels usually have sight readable gameplay. We can also take some inspiration for some epic visuals, right? Okay, I cannot build this well with such few objects, but these designs are pretty cool with the simple black blocks and the flashy details on the inside. This is smooth. Okay, I'm gonna take some inspiration with the glow usage, how it kind of appears at the bottom, like some impact. Oh, the camera is moving so much. Whoa, okay, this is too much. I am scared. If I had passed this level of eating the hardest. Was that a stretchy shader background? I could definitely do that. Okay, some ideas are coming in. 442 stars on the board. I'm gonna change my icons. I think it's fitting that I use this guy now. Okay, let's hope that this level is a little bit easier. This is more what I was expecting. Okay. I like the dynamic details in this level. It's just a little difficult to see a little bit when some platforms are coming up. I'm sure I'll want to attempt it. What? What? What is happening? Crazy gimmick gameplay? The heck? Alright, let's just press everything. Okay, I'm actually just the ship, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully this is the ending. Okay, sweet. If I used a song like this in my level, I totally could have got away with like a pixel style. Okay, so I'm skipping quite far ahead in time. I have just attempted to decorate this section, and I'm gonna run the whole thing back because it was looking very messy, and I don't know how I can continue this. What I've decided to do is scrap that footage, and I'm going to make fresh new copy of the level, but with a lot of the annoying things about the gameplay changed so that it suits a low object level better. That brings me to 437. I lost some objects somewhere, but anyway, we're gonna edit this whole thing. Gonna remove this, because jumping off of a slope, it feels a little unnecessary, and then we're just gonna add a platform down here. I am not sure about this reverse portal gimmick anymore. I think I can just delete the big one that was over here. And honestly, I want to just redo this entire wave part. It's going to be in this space. It's easy to decorate. Ball section is fine. The ship section is also fine. However, I'm not too convinced about this following section. Let's turn off that free mode, and let's just delete a lot of this structuring for now. I think it doesn't need to be here, because we can figure out other alternatives like moving structures, etc. This UFO section needs to change. Honestly, just gonna, do I want to redo the whole thing? Not really, because we have repeating structures. I think it's fine. Now we're down to 337, but we lost a lot of structuring, obviously. But anyway, it's probably important to give this a play. I felt like the beginning was janky. That's why I removed stuff from here, just because, I don't know, I felt like there was a lot of jumps and stuff. It wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be. I think this works better. This transition is neater, and now this wave is a lot more linear, which is fine. We don't need to be exploring and stuff. Okay, this section is too high. That's notable. Dual sections should still be okay. It's just the exact same as it was. Now this section is no longer free fly. I think it's okay still. That can definitely be lowered. It's stuff that's not linear that now needs to be made linear again. That's the problem. Yeah, see, this still works perfectly fine. Some things need moved down. I think this should be fine. What are we on now? 337 still. Good. Refresh. All of these levels have been so different from one another. That or these levels are just too crazy for me and I'm unk now. Yeah, I really like this style with the floating stars. I can't do this one. I'm sorry. I can't. I need stars fast, not slow. I'm playing this so I can feel inspired, not dumb. The wavy shader. Interesting. I could definitely use that. That was an awesome transition. What the heck? Cool part. Okay. Oh, yeah, that is cool. What the flip? Hey, I am getting destroyed by these levels. I need to change my strategy to featured only. No epic rated levels. They're doing too much. Medium. Perfect. A 6-star medium. What the heck? Okay, I guess this is just also going to be equally as fast and confusing. Am I just washed? Am I just washed? What's going on? I like these spinning arrows, by the way. I'll probably keep them. I'm pretty sure it's just a scaling loop that inverts the horizontal. Okay, I will give these harder featured levels a chance, because this one was pretty chill, all things considered. Yes, a couple of clicks and I get a couple of stars. That was kind of surreal. No! What was I supposed to do? There we go. That was such a cruel gap to put in a 7-star. Some of these jumps are nuts, too. This is giving the vibes of like a travel level. Nearly there. Okay, I trust you. Don't give me an insane timing that's impossible to sight read again, please. This dash rope scares me! Just be into the abyss. Be into the ending. Be into the ending. That's good. That's good. That was such an insane climax to the level. Okay, we're getting more and more stars. Not long until we're at 500. Oh god, I'm scared of the drop. Oh, it's chill. Yay! This is good vibes, Geometry Dash. Woo! Okay, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon! Saw some gravity patches back there. I think I'm past them, though. I was worried that that was going to be a gimmick throughout the entire level, but it's not. Okay, we're good. This is surely just the easiest thing I've ever played. It's a good level. I want to be done. Okay, that was extremely pleasant. Good level. So for this wave section, what I want to do is have a particle object that is going to leave a trace of particles along this line. So that when I drag it, should leave a line, but there needs to be enough particles there. More lifetime. They need to be bigger. Yeah, something like that would be super cool to mark the edges. We're going to make it color channel number 4. Just use that object color. I barely see it. Okay, go here. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You should leave a longer trail than that. That works. It's just very lame the color that it is. So we might as well make this gray, like so. And this should be a nice looking edge to a block. It's just really annoying how these particles are not leaving a common line. That's because I'm using easing, like exponential out. Should probably be ease out instead. We need to make sure that this movement keeps happening. So before it even gets there, we're going to start moving it to its next position, which is 31. And as we're playing, we should see an outline get formed. I don't know if I like what is happening right now. We need ease in, out, or something slower that is going to make this more controllable. That's kind of sick, but it's round. It's round. That wasn't supposed to happen. It could work. What I want to do now is just see if I can put some slopes in here that kind of follow its path. So for squares like this, I might actually put some kind of block around it. What I don't want to happen is for the hitboxes to be all confused, but maybe we can use an invisible object instead. So how many objects is this whole thing? That is 7 objects. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna start tapping into peak. Oh, yes. Back to the classics, dude. I just need some simple, good, pure fun. Oh, this is so peak. They don't make levels like this anymore. So sick, by the way, how I did this with literally no camera controls. That's a move trigger that does that. So simple, but so good. I just got a coin. I got 2 coins by accident. That's crazy. Let's go. I'm completing quests. Am I close to 500? 10 stars away from 500 stars. You know what I'm gonna do? It has to be done. Turn on LDM for old version. I need the old version. This is me. This is my version. I'm old. I got the coin because I'm cool like that. Are we really saying PogChamp in 2026? I feel good about myself when I play this level until I die. That's the thing. Oh, that section is the hardest. I got past the choke point. Let's just park the bus, make sure we don't do anything stupid, and we will have 500 stars. The ending of this level is so intense. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 500 stars! Bum, 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 bum. Let's go. I got motion. I got real motion. That's real motion. That's real motion. 500 stars, baby. I'm gonna spice up my icons by buying a different shade of green, because that green was kind of working. I'm not gonna lie. I like this. I can probably beat this too. I used to play this over and over again, so surely I got this. I beat motion. It only makes sense that I beat acceleration. I feel like these were released in different eras of 2.0. I miss when levels look like this. I really do. Oh, there's so many dual sections in this level. I started aura farming after motion had those duels in it, which are arguably the coolest part of the level to play, because the song is represented so well there. This should be good for the ending. Let's go. Or maybe I just ditch this whole thing and I just make shapes instead that kind of stick up to those points. Yeah. Okay, now I'm feeling this, because earlier it was just looking very messy and slapped together. Now it's looking a bit more deliberate. I have a lot more freedom with the direction of the warps and stuff. I can point to the actual blocks that I'm trying to point at. This whole thing is 8 objects. That's fine. If I copy paste underneath, we can probably get away with some glow if I vary the position it starts at and create a bit of a wall. And what I kind of want to do is set this up on group 34, and this is going to use a couple more objects, but I think it's important that this has a bit of layering to it. I don't want to create new target blocks. Let's start it off large and then make them go down like this. So the glow edge is a lot thicker on the outside. That's fine. And the nice thing about this is because it's target based, I can copy paste and flip. So now we're gonna have 2 particles moving along to create those edges. Nice. Okay, with some more particles, I have created some arrows that are gonna sit up here. That's pretty simple. It's just one object. I think particles are gonna be very useful for the whole challenge, so I'm gonna try to use them effectively. I'm not gonna copy paste the same ones over and over again, but I think this is one of those cases where arrows just floating around in addition to where we're going will just help. Honestly, I'm gonna make my own wave corridor right here just by build helpering, and because it's on target mode, I have the freedom to just take that star, put it up here. I want this to be just off screen. I just want to make a huge little shape. Should be simple enough just to copy paste the other way. Then I think it would be cool if I could just place particle like right here. I just want it to be in motion by the time we get there, and we can figure out where the wave is or how the particle edges look, because they might just draw a circle. That's sick. And then I also want to scale that up. This should be awesome. we might have our wave done. Play through, we can place our particle arrows in the right position. Right there. Sweet. So then we want to put our arrow right at the entrance. We can also do a cheeky little one right here. Here should be good too. Sweet. Good one too. I'm just going to start racking up demons. Why do his levels have so much aura? Like, they're so simple, but they're so memorable. Oh, this one has a lot of aura. It just feels so good to play. I forget what happens here though. Okay, give me a sec. I might have to lock in. No, I almost one attempted the whole thing. There we go. That's all I had to do. I could have easily one attempt. Can I live? Can I live? No, no, no. Why? Why would you do that? Yes, okay. I had to lock in for a sec, but I did it. I'm fine with that. It took me an embarrassing amount of attempts past 85 to beat, but you know, it's fine. Is this actually a medium demon? This might be the easiest medium demon on the servers, bro. Take off by Nazgub. Insane Mega Banger classic level. Whoa. Okay, let me try that again because I really should be one attempting this level. This level is not hard, bro. It's another one of those that if you were there at the time, you'd know this level and you love it. I remember this being pretty difficult for me at the start of my GD playing career. That's an upside down UFO. Okay, to be fair, I can't see that. There is no yellow portal visible. It's just in the portal. How was I supposed to know? I remember some of these gaps were like super difficult for me when I was learning it, but it really got better over time. I recommend that everyone beats this level because Nazgub is a legend. It does get a little tricky towards the end, but it's actually kind of fine. It looks a lot harder than it actually is, I think. Late. That's Garbanzo. That's a terrible performance from me. All right, I'm back again. Let me not mess up this dual ball for the 4th time. Yes. Yes. Come on. Don't mess it up. Oh, that UFO is so scary. This whole level's scary. Come on. Wait, there's more? I forgot about that. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yes! Let's go. That was so scary. That took way too long. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, no. Oh, no. One might be pretty simple, but I think just for structuring, I just want to put these big slopes on the side. This part is going to be very sleek, I think. We might even be able to put blocks in already that just sit underneath and have a glow to them. So let me just figure that out. I don't want to use 2 glow objects, but it might be worth it. Absolutely is worth it. Heck yeah. Essentially, in this ball section, I'm feeling like having super long platforms. I want to put huge blocks down here that are really wide and have that giant glow to them because I think that's so satisfying. If I just put a spike with that same pattern, so the base is going to be what's on this glow object, which is, I believe, 65 hue, and then the inside needs to have minus 0.62. Yeah, I did just eat a lot of objects, but that is a lot of deco kind of done because the particles are going to bleed through. You'll see. I think it looks sick, to be honest. We can add some movement and stuff with some area triggers and whatnot. But to be honest, like for this first part, we are now really cooking here. Particle effect, we have our structures in. Everything is looking neat right there. So I'm on 529 stars. I have 26 coins. I think I can just go for some Rob Top levels that I need the coins for, which is gonna have to be Time Machine because I've done everything else. I just don't want to have to reap the Rob Top levels that I already have the stars for just to get the coins. So I need to pay attention on Time Machine and Jumper and just get some coins, and then I'll be able to do Deadlock. It's jumping over this pad. Oh no, it's falling. Yes, that's right. Jump. Okay, you fall, apparently. You don't just keep jumping. I'm thinking of Polargeist. Then wait, and then jump. Boom. That's kind of evil. There's no reason for that top spike to even be there. Hooray. What is that icon? I want to use that. Complete 10 insane difficulty rated levels. Awesome. Okay. I just need 1 more coin. I guess I'll do Jumper. It's only a 7-star, but I have been playing. Boom. Nice. There's another one really soon. Within a couple of percent, you just go up here, land on the corner, then the last one is at the bottom of this ship section. Boom. Okay, this isn't too much of a spectacle, but I can now go get myself a 1 attempt on Deadlocked to get a bunch of stars. This offers 15 stars. Let's go. Let's do this. I really should have been thinking ahead and grabbed all of the coins on those levels that I was playing at the very beginning when I was racking up 12, 13 stars, but it's okay. We finally made it to Deadlocked. Get this key at the top. We get 15 stars. 1, or I guess 2 attempts here. Probably the most efficient star collection of this entire video. Okay, so let's just jump, get that coin. Don't need the coins, right? Nothing else is to be unlocked. It's just because they're coins and I know how to get them. So I jump here, go, and then I don't remember how to get this last coin. Oh, okay, I guess I do. Let's not choke here. Yes, okay. We're good. We got this transition to make still. That's fine. And the final ship maze should be pretty easy. I learned this from playing planet mode deadlocked on Reshade. Oh, God. Ah, why? I forgot. I feel like I'm being trolled. Is this a setup? Bro, is it 1 click? Is it 2? This level doesn't make any sense. This level makes no sense. Whoever's editing this section of the video, I'm gonna beat 3 5-star levels after this. And I want you to time how long it takes me to get those stars, and then time how long it took me to beat Deadlock. Because this is just a complete joke. Okay, I'm doing 2 clicks from the portal. Let's go. Yes, finally. Okay, I don't even care about this level anymore. I am never, ever claiming that I can beat Deadlock in 1 attempt with 3 coins ever again. Unbelievable stuff is happening. 10 minutes? 10 minutes! Alright, start timing me now. I'm gonna beat 3 5-star levels, and it's gonna take me less time than 10 minutes. I might opt for a square-based design like this so I can reuse the blocks a bit more. Not sure. How long is this level? Hold up. It's very pretty. I like the rotation-based block design. It's always been a favorite of mine. Yeah, this was always the move. I don't know why I was trying to beat demons and deadlocked. I think 5 stars are really just the way forward. It's the most consistent way to get stars. Just play the levels where you just straight fly with the UFO and ship and stuff. We literally have layout blocks at the ending. Good job, good job. That was 54 seconds too. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna get 15 stars. The equivalence of Deadlock in roughly 3 minutes, dude. Ooh. Oh my goodness. The visuals in this level are crazy. I love that triangle-based design right there. Except I can't see balls. This is really nerfing my time. Oh, and I didn't see that. I was looking so far ahead. There are jump indicators, but not all of the time. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Oh, they were fake. They're not real saws. Okay. All right, well, that took much less time than Deadlocked did, but I'm going to keep going because I think I'm almost at 600 stars. That would be crazy. For this, do I just do the curvy particle that I was doing earlier? I feel like that might be good. If I just delete some of these structures and just keep those slopes in, we can save some objects. We don't need saw blades there. We can widen this gap a little bit. Get rid of these slopes because we won't need them. Let me take that exact particle setup I had. So let's just see if we can freestyle this. We want to do ease in out, long movements, honestly, and just see what that looks like. I'm not playing from all the way back there. What the? Okay. Something is wrong. Spread them out, maybe. Don't know. Looky, if I just move all of these down and out of the way, it might genuinely be more accurate. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey! That was actually pretty good. It's completely in the wrong place on the map, but I think that was a pretty accurate line that I have to fly, no? Like this? That's pretty decent. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We could make this a part of a block. Like, this could be a block right here that stops, but it keeps going because of the player lock. I would love to make this stop, like, right here, but I think because of this pesky little movement that I got set up on the player's X, not gonna work. Wait, that's kind of sick, though. Do I want to keep that? We could definitely do a loop where it's kind of like waving at the bottom. That would be so cool, but I'm low-key gonna move it towards the player a little bit, just so there's a bit of progression there. I want it to get chased, you know? Let's do a 10-second movement. We can fade it off by the time we get through this section. Why not? But yeah, it should definitely fade off for this transition. So we can just do a natural fade off, and then let's fade it on right on the portal like this. Fade off. Nice. So how on earth do I do that for the other side? That's my question. Here's my new particle, number 60. Maybe let's actually try and do this one a little bit more controlled. So these should probably be copied over for number 60. Oh, I got a headache incoming. Completely vibing this out. I have no idea what I'm doing at all because the first time was a fluke. I just have to match it on the top. So let's just try that and see if another particle comes down from the ceiling. It won't. It will. It's just pretty far behind. It drew a pretty steep line. Okay, let me try spreading out the movements then. Here we go. Let's try that again. Why is the curve shaped like that? I don't know what I'm doing. 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 Oh! That was actually pretty solid. I just have to move these earlier, I think. Oh, no. I just lined this up like so. I'm gonna put it like half a block behind just so it looks a little bit more natural. But now it doesn't line up. Why? I don't understand how this works. Can I just move this so that it's in the right place in the duel? That might help me. Okay. I've lined it up for the duel. I wonder if I can do a scale effect to send them off screen. Would that be cool if I did a scale 69 around the static camera? The problem is, I don't know how to pull that off, so we'll just see. I also just have to fix this curve with no idea of how. Don't know if I should be moving each individual move trigger or the actual targets themselves, but I have it kind of close. Can I just get these to leave the screen? It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. I'm going to opt to make these movements a lot quicker. And that might destroy my lineup in the duel, which was a stroke of luck anyway. That's still close. They're lining up. This is good. I think I just did it. I deleted and redid all of those particles and just copied it from the bottom. And I finally managed to get something that works. I'm so happy with it. I can now finally hide all of these stars and just keep this object in. I don't even know how it works, so don't ask me. Let's just see it. We just have to roughly map out the objects around the edges, and we have ourselves that whole section. I'm going to be a bit presumptuous here, and I'm going to say that around 1,000, maybe a little bit more, is the point where I can start actually having a full level be done. Not sure, though. Depends how reusable all of my objects are, which means we could be over halfway. When I think about how much has already happened, that is a really scary thought that we're only halfway. This level is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love saturated color scheme. This might just be completely gray, actually. I can't tell. I keep thinking I see a glimpse of color every now and then. I'm too colorblind to make that assessment. I just know that the vibes are there. It feels very intense, very solemn at the same time. Nice. Station 1. I thought I wasn't supposed to hit that for a second. I thought I really just walked into a trap. Those red lines are the ends of the boundaries, I'm guessing. That's cool. I like the style of this one a lot. Very clean level. Quick hydration break. Treating this like the World Cup. Oh, that feels good. I always feel self-conscious when I leave to go to school with this bottle in my bag because I'm just like, constantly I'm just rattling. Like I'm 23 and I'm walking around and I'm rattling because I got my big iced water bottle in my bag. Okay. I'm seeing a familiar theme in some of these levels. Oh, that's so sick, actually. Look at that masking effect on the blocks. Bravo. Okay, how do I make that square effect that on the edges of those blocks? You see that? If I can make that view objects, I will try my very hardest. It's actually very intense for a 5-star. Pretty difficult to keep track of. Lots of moving objects and stuff. Can't touch the floor and the ceiling. This is hard. It's actually not that hard. I don't know why I was complaining. Randomly switches to a ship. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Let me out. Ah! I don't like that. Get off my screen. This is gorgeous. Are the bird sounds in the song? I'm in a swing. I do think it's really funny that swing is just sometimes interchangeably used for a UFO or ship. Wow, this background is absolutely beautiful. These colors are amazing. Oh, God. No. Just as I was saying that the swing is interchangeable with everything else. Okay. Yep. Yeah, see? Same structures and everything. It's now just waves. Please. And 600 stars. What? It was just a triple and I just died. Why did I feel like I made it the first time? I was terrified this entire time for nothing. And that puts me on 600 stars. Let's go. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of experimentation with the colors 3 and 2 that we set up on this loop earlier, just for the beginning, with some large blocks like this. I think they look pretty interesting in game, just as this glowy little block that we can have underneath. If we just copy the values and then put another object down that's going to match these blocks, we can flip the colors around so it's a little bit different for these objects. Probably going to make the decoration darker as well as the object line here. I wonder if I can place an object right here over the slope if I just hide the original. Pretty sure I saw a slope object recently. Oh, yeah. Let's just use that that instead. Just making sure we copy the detail color. Let's see how far we can take this. I don't want to hue it much more than 60. Warp this glow object. See what we can get here. Lower that brightness, obviously. Sort of connect these objects together in this hexagon. Copy the values for a spike. I'm just kind of freestyling some design here. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I do think this looks pretty cool. I'm gonna leave the glow on for these objects. I think it creates a pretty cool looking effect on them. Okay, just adding whatever details feel right for the part. Warping stuff wherever necessary, because I feel like warping is kind of OP. Just for like unique looking structuring. I feel like I want to use this instead, which is kind of despicable of me, but anyway. Feeling the use of a particle around some of these because they look a little odd on their own. You are going to move after you go off screen. This might be a little too much, but let's just see. 0 seconds. I want to see if I can reuse that block. I can. No way. It needs to be half a block higher. Whoops. Okay, well, that is intel right there. Haha. You reused 10 blocks. Awesome. Now it doesn't even show up in the editor. Okay. We are cooking on a particle right now. I'm gonna rotate this one sideways. Yeah. I'm gonna move this thing inwards because I feel like it's not too visible in the level, and it's definitely worth adding these to a point where it's like super visible and noticeable. It takes a little bit of time to align it, but when you do align it, it looks great. I just gotta figure out a saw blade and we should be good with this part, honestly. Saw blade should be this color, I think. I want to use this guy and use this strip glow piece and make it huge. Just like this. I kind of like that. Let's just start warping these too. Why not? Because then that puts some cool angles on them. As long as that doesn't destroy the hitbox. I want to make sure that we don't accidentally hit that though. This is supposed to be an easy level. I do want to raise the camera during this part. Let's just move slowly up. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Maybe that could be the impact strike I was trying to create earlier. Like right here. Bang! Yeah, there we go. I just had the random urge to do a demon pack. I practiced these two levels, Cycles and Starquake, off camera, and I'm pretty sure I remember Hextech Flow being one of my first demons ever, so don't think I need to practice that. I'm gonna do Starquake first because it's most recent in my memory. This level is a lot of cube gameplay. I'm pretty sure it's entirely cube gameplay, and it's just a lot of memory, like jumping over which pads and all of that sort of stuff. So just want to get this out of the way right after I practiced it. Shouldn't be too bad. Remember with all the mirror portals which way you're going and everything. Hopefully I could just one attempt this. And then you gotta remember jump this one. Yep, okay. And then there's this coming up. Oh, this part's impossible. Somehow I did all those orbs. I was really struggling with that in practice mode. Okay, now if I got over that spike, I was pretty much done. I didn't remember most of the level when I was going through practice mode, except the section past those spikes that I just died to. That's really unfortunate. I don't think I died to those in practice at all. Time it. There we go. Now we should be good all the way to the end. This part's kind of iconic. It's all neon and intense and stuff. There are a few things that you have to memorize. Holding from mirror portals once again. Coming up is probably one of the hardest parts, but let's just see if I got it down. Yep, I failed. I had to wait to jump over those two blue pads. And then, wait, boom. Okay, now we're good. Now we should beat the level, if I remember everything correct. Got past that choke point, and then there's just one section at the very end on the ground, which I really should not be dying to. I didn't practice this much, actually. What is happening? Yes, I think I did it. Let's go. That took way too long for what I wanted to do, but it's okay. I got 10 stars. It took me 10 minutes. Hey guys, that's 1 star per minute. Haha. Okay, I want to add an effect now, and I'm going to put it in the dual section, and I don't entirely know how this is going to work, so please bear with me, but we're going to have a huge stripe across the screen. It's going to be very thin, and it's going to start off on, let's just say, a copy of color channel number 4. And we're going to warp this to be slightly larger without getting that center circle. Then we're going to copy paste again. We're going to go even further out a little bit, and then decrease the order again, and remove that brightness change. So now we have a stripe that's slightly thicker. Then we do the same thing again, but this one is even larger. Increase that brightness, decrease that order, and we just keep going until we have a stripe down the middle of the screen that gets larger towards the edge, except I probably went a little too far that time. Hold on. So this stripe is going to be all the way across the screen like this. Ooh, I like the brightness I chose. That looks pretty cool. Do I want to do this in the duel? I don't know if I want to do this in the duel. I want to do it in the ending section, actually. So we can progress with it. It's not centered, which is slightly annoying. This is a better position for it, and I think it's going to lock right there, which is good. We're probably going to have it rotate a little bit anyway. Like rotate 70. Let's just go back 20 degrees, and then we can start rotating it before we even get to the part, which should last the whole part if I look at the duration line. Yeah, we're into the cube. Now I'm going to make a copy of this square, which is going to be on a new editor layer behind everything. And the original set is going to be on another new group, which is 71. And this is going to have a scaling effect, which is going to change the scale by -1, ease in out of like 1.2 seconds. What that's going to do is it's going to flip that. So we just put these triggers back to back, we loop it, and it's constantly going to flip while rotating. So we have a cool effect right here with this little screen. And I think it's pretty neat. Probably going to go to this layer and continue warping it up, because the more that we stretch it out, the more infinite it will seem. I think this is as good as it's going to get without me lagging the level by having huge objects. We're still on 584 objects right now. And I might do a similar effect at the beginning of the level that uses one of these texture objects. I think I did this in another level, but that doesn't mean I can't do it again. Do I want to have it on the player? I think I do a similar lock. Let's just go 74. 74 is going to lock to the player and then have a decent bit of the camera locked to it. You can't even see that very much. So let me continue by adding layers. I'm going to go down, and then I will hue positively by +15. Maybe increase the brightness a little bit. Oh, that looks sick. Okay, that might just be enough, to be honest. I can make a transition out of this part. If I start scaling 10 times and then back up the usual 3 that I did, I bet I can make a pretty cool effect. There we go. You can see it's shrinking, and then it's going to get larger. That looks so sick! And then all we do is just turn it off. Wow, I nailed that first try. That was so cool. It looked like we were going into the horizon, dude. 596 in objects, dude. Absolutely cooking. We have many designs in, many effects in already. Just need to add more decoration overall and just add more polish to the level. I practiced this one, so let's get it out the way. Super Cycles by Jack. This one is a banger. Also memory focused. Don't go for that yellow orb. Probably the best fake in the entire level. I fail every single time. And then I remember. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, and then you jump that. There are some invisible orbs down here. Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of like memory stuff where you have to use the right part of the ground sometimes. There's also like a triple click right here, like 1, 2, 3. Like that's just so weird to practice. You kind of just have to find what works. And other than that, we just got this ball section that as long as you practice it once, you know what to do. 1, 2, 3. Oh, didn't get the timing right. That's so unfortunate. The single block really caught me out. What did that die to again? It was that like tricky ball section, right? I don't remember which part though. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh yeah, the single block. It wasn't a gimmick. It was just me being bad. There we go. Go up here early. Go through that portal. Hit that yellow pad. It looks so enticing to avoid, but you're gonna want to hit it. And then this ending, you go 1, 2, 3, then use the ground, jump off of the third block, and that should be the level. Nicely done. No! You pillock! Why did you do that? 2, 3, use the staircase, and jump on the third block, and then keep jumping the pad. The pad, jump the pad, jump the pad, and then jump again. Boom, that's all I had to do. That is all I had to do. Please be good to me. I don't remember too much about you, Hex Tech Flow, but you look pretty easy so far. Good level design, by the way. That's gonna kill me in normal mode. The head hit jump. Well, you just fall. Okay, you just fall. That's simple. That's really easy to remember. Okay, that's great. I love the structure placements. This is so unique. It feels bizarre. Okay, I think I'm ready to just go from normal mode. I'm gonna wing the ending. This level is extremely well designed. I remember really liking it when I picked up the game, and I still really like it today, and that's like 11-year gap at this point. It's just like the right amount of fakes. I don't know, it's just very satisfying. Definitely my favorite level out of this map pack that I decided to play. There we go. That is a devious fall, I will say. That is one that I do have to be on my toes for. Okay, fall here. Nice. Well learned. Jump late. Nice. Well learned. Then we're gonna wanna... Oh, geez. I don't remember. Sure, this one. Nice. Okay, and then the ending. I'm gonna wing it and hit the orb. That's my decision. I'm gonna hit the orb, and whatever happens, happens. Boom. Yes! Let's go. Hex Tech Flow. Wulzy, whoa. I think for this section, we just play into the glow that we're using. I'm just gonna take one of the spark objects. This is what I want. Okay, I found the object. Just make that really thin. That's gonna look good if we just add another object on the bottom, like this. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I've decided. I had to increase the brightness of this because otherwise there was a really ugly overlap. Let's just fix that. We need to structure this whole part now, though. Let's just reuse that 2 and 3 spike, I guess, with the hued up detail. Gonna add a little bit of brightness, decrease the brightness on the outside, and then we got ourselves a little object. I want to put particles underneath it, but I know that that's a huge lag beginning thing. Use object color. Let's make this also gray. That could be pretty decent. These are going to have a group, by the way, and they're going to be moving. It's going to have an area move that is going to be about 1.5 blocks, give or take half a block. Very exciting. Length is going to be shorter. It's going to be a snappy movement. Going to be group at 76. It's going to stop by the time we get there. So these objects are going to move. Not that snappily. It's not smooth. How about we do a back out? I don't ever use that in an area trigger. Yeah, that's nice. I am at 640 objects. This is how the level is looking. Nowhere near done, but it has a lot of personality in it right now. We have a ton of stuff in place, like block designs, effects, transitions. I mean, look at this. We've got our particle effect going on. This thing is so cool. These objects don't actually have obstacles in them or hitboxes or anything, but it works. We're gonna do that soon. It's looking good, I will say. Check this out. I haven't finished with those little particles in the blocks, but let me actually remove them for a sec. But I actually have faith that this is going to work. I need a lot more stars, but the ideas are coming together. We almost have an idea for every single part. We just have to make it a little bit more polished, add a couple of deco pieces. I am confident about this. I really am. Check this out, dude. Like these pillars that I created. I think they look good. They're used very sparingly right now just to enforce some stuff with the gameplay, like going above to get those orbs. This is still a very work in progress, but it's an idea for a background. Probably going to change how those particles work for those blue orbs. But yeah, we got ourselves an actual bit of momentum going. Thank the Lord, dude. Just pretend this background isn't here. Sweet. I made this rotating circle at the end of the wave. I think I made magic. I'm going to use it in this ship section. I'll probably switch up the form the particles take, but it's kind of perfect for what I need right now. Let's try making it a circle, and we can do some variation in size, I guess. As for the object below, we're going to want to do another texture as well. Consider the following. Let's try it. That's good. It should be a little bit larger so it covers more space. I'm also going to change the rotation speed. However, I might actually change the direction that it's rotating, by the way. Well, that would be great if it didn't close itself. I saw that, by the way. I saw that. Yep, okay, then we should do another one right over there. This is exactly what I needed for this part. Something simple that isn't going to complicate this part too much. Keeps it clean and glowy. We can change this block design. I like the stripe coming down, but this white block obviously needs to change. Honestly, I'm gonna do it one more time with this portal. I think that's a great idea. Woo! Okay, this thing needs to rotate a little bit. Hey, did it. Okay. I just need to form particle effects for the whole thing. I have a ton of objects to work with still, but I just realized how much that put this part into place, and I feel like I need to be doing it everywhere. For example, my ship portal can have a passage right here. Maybe has a slight low opacity black piece of glow behind it, so it just stands out, makes the particles pop out. I'm gonna use object color and then make a new purple. I'm just gonna make portal and orb colors. Like, I think this looks really cool. We can also have a very bright piece of yellow glow that sits on the pad itself that has a group 83. This is going to have an area scale effect at the very start of the level because I'm going to use this on a bunch of pads. It's going to be touch triggered because I'm scared of this area scale, to be honest. It's going to scale up like 10 times on the Y, so it goes really tall, maybe even 20, and it's going to be on a super short length. So we're going to approach it, and this thing is going to pop up. Going to center around player 1, and that's going to happen as we pass it. And I should also put another area effect that makes this thing fade on. Same group, player 1. Oh, but that means if I want to test it, I have to play from the very beginning. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and put it on everything now. I want to change a few colors in the beginning while I'm at it, but let's just see if this works. Huh. I think it's because I had 0 on the scale X there. I also increased the length slightly on the scale. Why is that still not working very well? Okay, that's working. It's just kind of lame. I think I had the area fade the wrong way around, so I switched it. Let's just make sure that this thing is like really obnoxious then. Okay, I don't like that final rotation. I know I tweaked this a lot, but it's kind of bothersome. The colors don't match very well, so we'll just get rid of it. Before I show you this, I'm going to just quickly tweak the saturation and brightness on the tiny glow piece, because I think the bright yellow was not giving the same sharp glow effect that I wanted. So whatever this looks like on this attempt will probably be what I stick with, but let's see if it looks better now. I think it's a little bit better. I'm not sure if I like the easing. I don't know. It just doesn't have the same sting that I wanted to. It doesn't have the same impact. That's better. Okay, we're just going to stick with that. Here's the second one. I'll point out one extra thing I don't like. The black glow behind the ship portal that I put the particles on right here. But here's the third one. Yeah, I don't like that. It looks odd. Let's get rid of that. Let's make these particles individually larger. Have a little bit of variance to them. And we can actually just reduce their variance and just put them on the ship portal itself. When I do that, by the way, I am going to disable particles on the portals. I'm going to put the same thing on the SPOB. Haha, that looks pretty cool. Would it be cool if this thing was rotating? What was the rotating group I set? Let's just take this one, 25. This is why I set up these details, because I can just quickly go back to them in a flash. I think this looks funny. I don't know if it's going to mess with the gameplay. Now I got to imagine I don't know this is coming. I was playing the level. It doesn't actually do that much in game. I think it just looks funnier in the editor, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, you can't even tell, and then it just looks odd. I want to do some sort of screen effect, though. I can only tell if this is going to work if I put more decoration in, to be honest. I feel like this is a little extreme, but I like it. It hides the fact that the background fades on, and then I also put a huge scaling transition that scales that background up by 100 and then fades on while scaling down. But I think this might work. It's a little janky though. I'm gonna put little stabilizers right here so you can't go off track. And I gotta remember that this jump is also gonna be blind, so I'm gonna put another pad right here. Eating up objects to do this, but I think the fading transition is probably gonna work just to get everything set up for the level. So I might turn off player control right here and then re-enable it after the pad. This orb needs to be massive. Oh, but I'm reusing that orb, so I can't make it massive. I'm gonna put a black object right behind this particle like this, just to match the particle. I don't like these particles. They suck. I feel like I could use one singular particle and make it better. Okay, this thing is a little bit better, but what I'm considering is changing this black box to a glow object. Now, here is my reason. I think I prefer this kind of effect where it's... I don't know, because it looks really dull at the bottom. Maybe I make the strip. Do I make the strip with color? Ooh, hold on. I make the black strip and then I put a piece of glow of a color like this. That makes it at least a little bit interesting. And then I make this appear by using an area scale. So let me add this glow and the strip onto group 7 and 8, because that should move it with the rest of the object, right? Oh wait, these are gonna move on. Hold on, I'm reusing them with 8. Okay, so what I don't want the moving effect that they all have. I want the moving effect. Wait, what? I want the moving trick, but not the effect, like the area moves, like this thing. I don't want that. This is for 7 and 6, right? Yeah. Wait, but I didn't move the particles using this because it was visible. You could tell they were leaving. But maybe now that I changed the particles, you can't tell. This is a risk, but I'm going to delete these. I'm going to see how it looks when I play it right now. I shouldn't be able to see anything move. It should just be repeating itself. It works, but the particles are tacky and the color is too saturated. I think the glow sucked, and we need to do something that is more vertical with this. So let's put everything on its head so that this thing is way more vertical. This could be better. I think that looks pretty cool. And then hopefully make this look better with a black piece of glow behind. Ooh, okay. Now my problem is this is way less saturated than the rest of the levels so far. It's on light background? Say what? That can't be right. That has to be a bug. What if I make it 4? Now it's saturated, but it doesn't really match the vibe of the background now. Oh, do I change the background to be brighter and then get rid of that glow spot? This could be crazy. I would have to do something for these orbs. Put it at the top of B1, so it's above the particle. Hold on a second. I might be cooking. I think the background change is warranted. And I kind of like this idea, honestly. I do. I guess this is what I'm doing. Looks a little bizarre, but I can build that color into the level, maybe. All right, let's go back through the level. I have some stuff that I want to change. I want to change these hexagons, I think. These guys need to be desaturated because they look a little odd the way that they are. And now, wow, they immediately suit the level better and look in place. I think this part is pretty much done. I just want to add a few arrows and stuff, like jump indicators. So if I use the scale Y on these objects, let me just paste the date. If I put 82, could do a pretty cool effect where I put -1, kind of similar to what I did for the background in that other part. Might make this a little bit quicker, and then I just loop over and over again. Then I have this arrow that is flipping around, and I think that is pretty neat. Gonna put that on every jump. Gonna make that first one large because you want to be able to see it. You're at the very beginning of the level. There we go. That is a neat detail. Kind of a vintage detail I want to put on is these little stick object things. I like the vibe of them. I always have. I think it's just cool if they get a little bit of love in a level that is mostly blending based, because I think they look great as a little piece of decoration. I'm going to steal my own particle that I put on these sporbs and just place one pretty large up here and just set them to a nice light blue or aqua blending right there. Next, I'm going to make a saw blade. This should be pretty simple. Don't want to use too many objects for it, but this thing is going to be slow, majestic. It's just going to be a large gray-based saw blade that just uses this spot glow, as long as it doesn't get too crusty, like that. And then we're just going to stick a line out of it, to be honest. What kind of line, though? That's the question. We could do something like this if I warp that to be, you know, a little bit textured. That definitely works. I'm going to make this an invisible saw blade because I'm a little bit concerned about how everything else is kind of glowy and flowy and all of that. And then this is just a plain object. And I'm also going to make this saw blade the area parent. And we're going to set up a quick area effect on these. Okay, just test my saw blades. That is looking pretty good. I like it. Next thing I'm going to fix is this transition with a couple of blocks. It really shouldn't be that serious. Why is that slope not working? Do not do this to me. I just want a slope. Thank you. Is that going to break? That looks horrible, by the way. How on earth am I going to design this in a low amount of objects? I don't know. What if I could just get rid of the object? I might move this and put it right up here. This might have just solved everything, to be honest. Hey! Look at that! I'm actually Extremely happy about that, dude. I'm on 732 objects. Let's see. So this wave part might need a little extra just for the ground, but it's mostly done. I just need to put the objects in, obviously, like the hitboxes and stuff. Need a design for this ball, but that should be pretty simple. And then we have this beautiful, beautiful ship section that took pretty much nothing except me screaming at some movements a while ago. Take a look at the rest. We have that particle effect. We need to figure out the block design for this part. But we have some particles in here which work pretty well. Right here. I kind of stole this from the previous part. I can't act like I just did this now. Then I have this transition. That might be a little stupid, I'm not gonna lie. Is there any way I can put these objects on blending? Yes, there is. Just gonna delete that. It was an idea. It works. The background should still work pretty well. Yeah, why not? Okay, boom. We're done for now. So, I just placed some gray deco right here that's kind of space themed, and I like it. So, I'm considering using that for a design here. Now, before I go ahead, is there a block that would suit better than this guy? I wonder. Now, blending kind of sucks with these objects, unfortunately, because it gets rid of that dark section, but wondering if I can make this work. Oh, hold on. That might look cool as an object over the top, right? Like, imagine I get rid of this object. Or maybe just make it the other color. Or I could use two objects with this one. Hate that. It's not exactly lined up. Use this. That looks pretty cool. It's just a little crusty. Then I could get rid of the bottom object and just keep the top one. I'm gonna go for it. I kind of like the vibe of this. I'm gonna flip it occasionally. There we go. That is probably gonna look fine. I just realized that I said that this whole section was gonna use this shade of gray with the gradient and stuff because it looks kind of spacey. And then I went with this. Don't know how I got there, but oh well. Need to make sure that these spikes are the same ones as previous. So let's fix that. But also what I wanted to do is finally, if I can get my sentence out, change the color of half of them to be the other color in the 3 and 2 loop that I set up earlier. So let's just select some. This is on 3, let's make it 2. That changed absolutely nothing. Well, let's hue them. Plus 30. Sure, why not? Very minimal change, but I guess I'll keep it. Okay, I figured out a particle here. Just need to make it fade on and off, and then I'll probably increase the number. Never mind. The number is too many. So we have an arrow. Pretty simple, but it saves us objects just having one particle to do it for me. Let's just use object color 2, 3, maybe 4 on the end of that, actually. Something like this. And let's use this little orbit thing that I made earlier on a couple of orbs. Just changing the brightness occasionally because I feel like it's a little bit obnoxious. Also going to try and use this glow thing, but don't know if that's going to work. Looks very strange, very peculiar. No, nope, don't like it. If it's an instant dislike, just delete it. Can probably use this saw blade again, like right here. I wonder if I can genuinely just put these objects on low opacity gray, link this pad and this block together, and put area parent and then just do some kind of effect where they appear in front of us. Because that would save me a lot of effort. If I just put an area scale like right here that is going to... This just has to be 0, and the Y has to be the same. That's literally it. I'm going to take this and slap it right on this portal, make it smaller, put it on yellow, and we should be good to go there. I'm going to increase the brightness subtly of the ones, the block that you're supposed to jump on. Why not? Wait, hold on. Let's move this to the side, scale it to 4, and then put a spike on gray. I think that'll be better. And then I just link these together. So roughly, it's not 100% complete, but roughly we have this opening sequence all the way to the duel completely done. I just said it's not complete, and it's completely done. But you know what I mean. We have this whole section with the ship, and then these blocks appear. That's cool. They just need to have a little bit more pizzazz, you know? It needs to be quickly done like this, maybe even a little bit in front of us. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at this version of it. That's better. I like that. Ooh. The glow objects in that pillar do not move with the rest. That is an easy fix. I put them on 7, but not 8. So I found a block that might work. It's a little boring, but I stretched out this block, and I might add some sort of texture object to it. Maybe a glass object. Hold on. Talk about underrated objects. Hold on. Boom. Boom. That's the one. Look at that. That is a beautiful object. If I get rid of this square, that looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna commit to it. I have a question. You remember that group that I added earlier in the level for the arrows at the very beginning? Group number 82. This group makes these arrows spin around. Would it be cool if I used that on... I see... Okay, no, but it was worth a try. It was almost gonna work. Is that messy? I feel like that's actually not too bad. Am I crazy? Just lower the brightness of that, and then it'll probably work. Wow. This is ridiculous. There was a point when I was making this video that I genuinely thought it was over. I spent a ton of objects on this one section that I'm building right now without much of a vision, and it was pretty bad. You saw it in the video. I considered building a whole new level, but I kept going, and let that be a lesson to you that you can make anything look good as long as you take your time and you figure out what feels good to build. The previous thing that I was making did not feel good to build. I'm very happy with where this is going. I made this design purely off vibes because I think it's cool, and I think it works. I'm gonna rotate that ever so slightly to the left. Whoa. 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 That is my catchphrase. There we go. See what else I can do with these space blocks. Could just be able to make shapes like this and then put bricks or something over the top. I don't entirely know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of building until it feels good. I think there's a certain point when I build levels that I kind of hit flow state and I figure out what is working. Genuinely using an object line to make this little pattern that I want to put on the block. Boom. Okay. I think I'm about done with this design. If I can just layer this line properly. We're going to flip it and do something similar on the ceiling. I don't know what goes on in my head sometimes, but I really just warp entire blocks, and it sometimes works. Usually I'd say it's a crime to completely warp a block. It might be better if I make a custom ground, and that should be pretty simple. If I take this color, make it slightly darker, and then we can make it very, very large. I guess this would work if I just had it on some sort of movement on the foreground. Something like this. On the ceiling, it looks lame. On the ground, it looks kind of good. So I'm a little confused. I forget that we're static cameraed right now. Oh, that's where this whole confusion is coming from. I just want a ground that we're progressing with, kind of hide some of the details and stuff. It looks a little too dark as well. I kind of want to make the colors on the particles extreme, just so they pop out a little bit, you know? And then above the ground that I put in, I want to put some extra particles that kind of fly across the screen. Very small, very atmospheric, you know? Let's do huge gravity. Yes, this movement is great. If I just have gravity that way, then we can do way more particles, make them smaller. Okay, this is probably what I'm going with. Just something that's going to sit on the foreground and kind of create a bit of depth here. Emphasize that we're in a different space. This kind of sucks, but we're going to make it work. Trust. We do this, and then underneath, we do larger particles that are a little bit more bloomy. So let's find some blurry ones. There we go. Something like this. I don't know. I've went into a bit of a flurry here trying to create a spacey vibe. I think what we actually need in the background is some constellations and stuff. But this is looking pretty decent to me. That's going to move onto the screen. So let's just set up group number 92 to be off to the side, like maybe 200. And then as we go into the part, we bring it on. So should just slide in. So do I want to create a space background right here just to set myself up? Because we have a pretty spacey looking block design here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Advantage. So on the back pages there are some really cool cloudy textures that I just have never used for some reason. Something like this will be awesome. So let's start off in this corner, and we can change the hue to pretty much whatever we want, and occasionally change the brightness too. So if we use these clouds, we can put this on group 93, put it on B5. This is too bright, way too bright. It's too visible. I'm gonna knock that down. This should be good. It's subtle. We're going to do this in layers. So this is going to be 93. This thing's going to fade on. But for now, let's just make it a lock to the player on a 0.85. Something like that. So as we go through, we're progressing. That doesn't look like space. Does it? No. So let's just decrease the brightness. Make the speed a little quicker. Ba-bing, ba-boom. There we go. Yeah, this is kind of looking nebulous. On top of that, we're going to want to put some stars. So let me set this up. I think 25 was a group I put with a slight rotation on it. I think it would be really cool if some of them were just rotating as we went through. We have some stars. Oh boy. I'm going to put them on the same layer as the clouds. Sorry, the galaxy. I want to put a slight little link between these stars real quick. And that is my triangle constellation that I have for literally no reason, but it's there. Just a cool little detail. I'm going to copy these stars out like this. Wait, Loki, this is going to eat so many objects. I got to be so careful. I completely forgot about the object challenge. Okay, Loki, there should be less stars than there should be galaxy. There we go. This is going to be another layer of stars on top, dude. Let's make this group 94. This is going to move slower. Just like, I'm gonna say 0.45. Hopefully we don't run out of stars. They are not rotating at all. So I think I put the wrong group on them. I didn't put any group on them. That's actually really, really awesome. I actually rotated the lines instead of the stars. There we go. We have a constellation. They're rotating. That looks a little fast, but it's kind of funny. So I'm gonna keep it. And then we're gonna move them to the left as we go through here. Yes, this is beautiful. This is perfect. This is awesome. Okay. Okay, then we just need a smaller layer of stars on top of that, and we should be good. I don't want to clutter this background. I don't want to use too many objects. We can just put this on a new layer and then do 95. These are going to be on like a 0.88, something like that, or 875. So it's kind of between 0.75 and 1. And we should have our stars. Yay! The smaller ones are technically further away. Also, I want to get rid of the sparkles that come up. Wait, I know how to make these twinkle without using a single other object. I just set them to the flipping effect. Number 82. This is the scaling effect I placed way earlier in the level, but that should make it look like they're twinkling. It doesn't. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Do 96, and we just do one more scaling effect. Divide by 100 in scale. And then multiply. Boom. Simple as that. Just loop. And where are we at in objects? 931, dude. Yes, now they're twinkling. Yeah! This is clean. I like it. Let's just slap that on the portal. It doesn't have to be useless. That looks fine. That really does. And then now that I've paused the level right here, I know it's ugly on this freeze frame, but shut up. Put that object right there, and I know that it's going to look good. And then I just need to put a saw blade in, and we are sub 1,000 objects. Genuinely moving into almost the last part, dude. And I'm going to use the same area move as I did for this saw, which is 86. And bros, I might be close to finishing this level. Let's play through this section. We have our space background. Then we're going to move into this ship section that has some incredible atmosphere over the top of it. These giant, whatever you want to call these things, look kind of trash. So I'm going to put them on the infamous. You know what group it is? You know what group it is? Let's see if you can guess. The group of the scaling effect. It is going to be 82. If you said 82, congratulations. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I just changed the group number that I was working with. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I have to get rid of 25. Here we go. Now they look better. Yes, dude. Perfect. I'm eating. I'm eating. I am eating. I am eating. Who doubted? Who doubted, dude? I shouldn't get too excited because I do still have to make the hitboxes for this whole thing, and I need the objects for that. But still, I'm happy, dude. I am one part away from finishing my 1 star equals 1 object level. This has been the most insane creating journey I might have ever been on. Everything is going so well. And hopefully, this ending is easy to decorate. Because I'm not gonna lie, having a stripy background like this and using glow can go incredibly wrong. So let's figure it out. How many objects? How many objects? How many objects? 994. Dude, beautiful. Beautiful. shiny details to keep up with the brightness of this glow for sure. So let's turn down the saturation, increase the brightness, make this large shiny edge. To save a couple of objects, I think I'm going to use one of these and just make it fit sides. That actually looks not terrible. All right, I'm going to use this for my structure. Should be pretty simple. Okay, now let's see. Does this look good? No, back to the drawing board. What if I use a square particle? Would that work? Possibly, but do I want to sell my soul to particles? Answer is maybe. I have not been the most efficient with my objects here. This is 8 objects, but this is just a concept, right? If I can do something here with some other stripes that are going to fit right in here, that kind of sit over the background, I want to put a layer in between. See, that would be pretty cool. Instead of a particle, if I could do something here. Let's actually do this properly. I just want to know. Let me put an area scale or something. Just to see if I can get this to pop open. This should be a Y scale thing to come from 0. X stays at 1. Even out. Or maybe exponential. That could be a better effect there. The length should be shorter. Let's put this on the moving group number 8. I went through like a million different versions of this, but I just think it's so important to get right. I don't think these stripe thicknesses are the best. Can we use this object instead? Maybe. The line is definitely better. This is a lot of objects, dude. You know what? I just playtested that, and I saw that I was flipping it the wrong way this whole time from the scale. So I wonder if I can make it come from a box instead. Like, that's pretty sick, right? It should be much slower, but I think it works as an idea. And what we do is we pulse... Oh, geez. We select all of these lines, we give them a group 102, and we pulse them to the orange. Like this. It's interesting because it's not going to the brightness that I want it to because I decreased the brightness of it. Now I'm in a place where I don't know what to do with the colors. I think I might genuinely just put this on black, get rid of that brightness change, and then we have a really cool opportunity to make this go a lot of different colors. I think at the same time, we pulse this square that's in it. I can't select it because I'm on select filter. This thing to black. I think that would be a really cool invert kind of effect there. Is that better? No? Not really? I gotta question what it looks like in game. I just want something stripy to match the stripy background. It just looks peculiar. This orange is really throwing me off. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know, dude. Let's make it red. Is that better? That looks so much better. So when it's going to black, it's going invisible, right? Huh. Okay, I don't like that. I will get this. I will get this, dude. Yes. Whatever I just did there, perfect. I don't know what I just did, but that's so fire. So now I'm experimenting with an edit color shader, which kind of messes things up. I'm not gonna lie. The background goes very strange, but I kind of like the lack of contrast there, so I might do this on a pulse real quick. Is it working? Can't tell. I need to give that group. There we go. Now when I go through, the reds should be going crazy. The background should be going more contrast and then less contrast. We could do some crazy stuff with the color scheme here, and it's not going to make it feel too dissimilar to the rest of the level, because it's kind of glowy, right? So now I use this color scheme with the rest of the objects, except I'm struggling to even look at it. There we go. This is going to be our base block. It's going to be this square, and it's going to have something like this going on. I like that as a base. I think that's really cool. This thing is going to be constantly rotating, by the way. Then I'm going to put an outline on it, which is just going to be like this. And I need it to be the inside color. So how do I get that? Boom. There's my block. It looks a little strange right now. So let's get rid of that rotating group on this. And we can actually use that as a backdrop pillar. Just realized. Lol. Let's just decrease the brightness on both sides. And we should just be able to slot this right behind the regular block. And it should work. There we go. That is going to be our block. So I can get rid of this. And we have it right there. I can probably get rid of that outline now too. Great. Huge. If you want to see it with the rotation, here we go. Boom. slight complication for this side. I'm gonna have to flip and then make this one wider in the middle, like this. Okay, I have a slope and a spike. I didn't think about that. Spike is pretty simple. I just put it on the same color, and then the slope, I shall just use this, probably, and stretch it to be twice as tall, like this. Let's see a bunch of these blocks all together. There we go. Nice. I think... Do I want to do this? So I want to put passages with saw blades on the inside. My only concern is using too many objects. I just feel like it would be so easy to just slap a saw blade in there and then call it fine, you know? We want the saw blades to be tiny because everything else in this part feels huge. So, yeah, and that makes this gap a lot more pleasant, actually. We're almost done, dude. I can't believe it. The other thing I want to do is enforce like a really consistent vertical movement onto all of these objects. Nothing is going to move side to side, just vertical, all the same direction. That's just going to be on 112. And I'm going to put an area move before the part that makes these objects come from below into place. I think I'm just going to ease out. 1, 1, 2, I think that was? Yeah, okay. Now all of these objects should move up, I think. Oh, that's down. Bruh. Also, let me select pads and stuff that should... Oh, let me make that a little bit more clear. Okay, here we go. I think from below is better. I don't know, it just makes more sense. I think the spikes right there look like arrows. I'm not sure how I can fix that other than just making them really skinny and putting them on the ends of the blocks. By the way, I'm thinking of zooming out because these blocks are so big and the borders of the UFO are very strange when you look at it like this. Like there's just weird gaps on the bottom. You don't get to see the whole thing. Or do I just make this... You know what? I'm going to reactivate my free mode here. I think this genuinely makes sense to use free mode. It'll match how the camera goes up and down for the cube section. So let's take a look. This is better. I enjoy it. It feels bouncier. The spikes are not big enough. I still want to zoom the camera out. I feel like it's a little strange how zoomed in it is. And I barely ever do this, so why not? I'm going to rotate this camera. Why not? I never do this either, so... Using my opportunities while I have them. Let's take the camera back in slowly, and then we can rotate back in too. Sweet. Okay, well, this has been a joy to create. I really enjoyed that once I had my block design set up. Gonna change the zoom slightly. I just play tested and it looked kind of odd. The camera is kind of far up. I might change that. I might do a quick offset down, but let's see. Changing now. I'm gonna change the timing of that. Oh, that's brutal. What the heck? Oh my, this spike is so problematic, dude. Sure. You know what? I will create a tiny little stripe for this saw blade that's going to be even smaller than that. Why not, dude? Would it be cool if I made this even skinnier and made the saw blade like that? No, it wouldn't. Okay, cool. Good to know. You know what? I can save myself a lot of trouble here. If I just used more of these pads, I feel like it would just make the level better. So while the background is black, we can remove our scaling background. That should leave us with just the black background. How many objects do I have? I'm on 1090. I'm just going to do a couple of extra little saw blades just because I feel like the pathfinding is not the easiest thing in the world. Now I kind of want to just take this section from earlier. Just do the same thing on these blocks, making sure that I do the similar kind of stylizing thing I've been doing in the level. Grouping certain blocks together so I can use this as an area parent. It's going to be the same scaling effect that I did before. So this is group what, 87? We should do the same thing for all of the portals. So I placed an area scale way earlier in the level that is touch triggered because I'm scared of it breaking. It used to be a bug where if you used area triggers, sometimes if you start pause after, it would just permanently scale it, which is irreversible. But I get a nice look at the whole level by going this way, so I appreciate the fact that I'm able to do this. That gives me a chance to fix these particles. I think they're just really strangely colored. If I just brighten them up like this, just decreasing the saturation, allowing me to go past that usual saturation limit of purple, should be okay. Otherwise, we can just delete them, honestly. You know what? This kind of works. I just need to add a little more to it. I'm gonna do a throwback. I'm gonna do one of my good old backgrounds, dude. I need some kind of cool looking object like this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on color channel number 4. I'm gonna scale this thing up, and then I'm gonna copy paste and move it over here. Then I'm going to copy paste again and create this shape. And again, to create slightly more of a circle. And I'm gonna hue this at -30. Then I'm going to copy paste, gonna rotate again, maybe like a third of the way, change the hue to 0, copy paste again, go in between that, there we go. So it's kind of warm. I can't decrease the brightness now. Gosh, dude, okay. Guess I'm using a new color channel for that. That needs to be blending, that looks horrendous. I'm gonna lock this to the player. This is gonna be on 113, very nice, lock to player. We're gonna rotate this like twice in 8 seconds or something, maybe 6, something quicker. So this effect is going to spawn some clouds if it actually wants to work. There we go. So if I can get that to sync at the right time, like these color changes need to happen a little bit earlier. I'm gonna put this object right in here too, which is gonna have its own group 114. This is gonna be hidden. We're going to static to this, and the player is gonna be the center of this outro because I am centered on you guys, my audience. Aww. Something like this. We're gonna zoom out so you can see ahead because I'm nice. I'm doing so many gymnastics just to get the camera to go where I want it to. That's probably fine. I want to do a couple of layers of this, by the way. Didn't mention that, but yeah. Let's just do a smaller one in the middle. I hued it up slightly. Let's see how it looks. Boom. Oh, is that a free fly ship? No. Why did it look like that? I guess the camera was going crazy. Okay, free mode. Yeah, you know what? Free mode. Just as a testament to how I was spamming that earlier. Here's the ending, dude. Nice. And then we're going to toggle them off after the scale, obviously, because we don't want to hit them by accident. And we put an end wall right here. And is that... Come on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute long. Yes! Let's go. How much can I push this to make it a minute? Any further? Any further? Any further? Okay. Still long. Still long. Okay, now it's medium. Now we gotta keep going the other way. Still medium. Now it's long. Boom. That's how it's done. You guys must know the feeling when you're close to finishing a level and you just want it done. I have plenty of objects to spare. I'm gonna change the speed of these particles because they're going way too quick. I'm not gonna lie. Wait. I have to take this off free fly. Because otherwise, you're just going to be able to fall. Let's move these to the side, and we should be good. I just want to put something on the ground that you die if you touch, because I'm evil. Using so many objects for these spikes, I can't believe it. If you showed me these spikes at the start of the video, I would have been like, what are you doing, Wulzy? But I actually get it. I understand now. It's important. What the... Okay. I really need to exit static at some point. Exit static. 1 second. Sign. Okay. Please, no camera shenanigans. I think I zoomed out too. Dude. What the? Okay, now I need to change the offset. Oh my gosh. I'm wasting objects. I was flexing a second ago and now I'm wasting. This ain't good. I like layering my camera movements. I don't know why. The zoom needs to be fixed too. Hopefully this doesn't break everything that I just set up. That jump looks broken. I'm gonna nerf it just in case. Why is it still following? Uh-oh. 114. Okay, maybe I need to put the actual group in the static. It's still following me. Why? 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 I don't get this. I don't get it. Delete the static. I don't want it anymore. No end screen because I'm classic like that. Also, I don't know what the level's gonna be called. But like, this is it. This is 1 star 1 object. This is genuinely it. I can't believe it. I need to put hitboxes in, and I'm hoping it's not gonna take more than 200 objects to do that. It very well might. This part, I'm so proud of it, dude. This might be the best part in the whole level, and I was doubting myself. Unbelievable what I managed to accomplish. With the space theme, who knew? I thought the space theme was so high object. I tend to get in flow state towards the end, even if it is a little bit of a struggle to get the ball rolling. I'm so proud of it. Like, this level is so sick to me. And I'm gonna cherish the time I spent building it. And here's the ending. Very simple. I have my signature effect. And yeah, the ending just goes like that. Can't believe it. I have 150 objects to put hitboxes with. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. Look at what the level used to look like, dude. The kind of hideous first design that's probably still in the video. I gotta leave some traces so you know that it was a struggle to get to the point that I did. And I'm so surprised that I managed to finish this level properly. Like, this was such a mess, dude. No direction, no style, no finesse, no anything. I was just placing blocks and praying. But I figured it out, dude. I'm still retired, but I made a banger. I don't know what to call it, though. Alright, I am at 1167 in stars. Not bad. I'm definitely not going to get to 2000. I've beaten a lot of hard levels for this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to go not to 2000. Not to 1,500, but actually 1,000 over the original layout, which was 1338. But at that point, I might as well make it 1337. I was playing some of the most downloaded hard levels, and that just coincidentally completed me a couple of map packs, I think. So we can start with them. Yes, we got some packs started. Oh, I actually didn't do that much. Okay, well, it's not too big of a commitment for me to just go and swipe out some of these packs. You can go up here, right? Oh yeah, I used to think I was so cool for doing that when I was on mobile. Isn't there like a giant outro to this level? I don't remember. Yeah, it's just this. This level had a lot of aura when I was much more naive. This level's a super classic. I think this is the best Dorabe basic. This part is so cool, and the outline effect right here really melted my brain. Stereo Madness X. I don't remember this one in the slightest. Don't remember Stereo Madness being green. Also don't remember Stereo Madness using these blocks. What the heck? This is not the level that I once remember. What happened to the background? That's a 2.2 background? So, what? How am I supposed to not die there? Hello? Original not working. Oh, this creator is washed. I remember this color scheme. There we go. That's how I do that jump. Why did this creator do this to the level? It was perfectly fine. So many up arrows. I'm just playing the level. Just let me just play. What? Straight fly. Did this creator get hacked? What's going on? What even happens if Rob was to change a level in a map pack? How does that work? Would people still have it completed? Because this should go. What the? What is wrong with that level? I'm glad we're past it. Oh, these levels are all amazing. These levels are all... Oh, this song, dude. Holy classic. This might be the best map pack in the game. This is so nostalgic. I remember I took this block design and I was trying really hard to build like it. So I thought this block design was so creative. But yeah, I always thought of this block design as like tiny little countries inside of a block. I don't know if I'm weird for that, but... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Best map pack. Oh, wait, we're not even close to done with this one. Hold up, Gelt. Gelt? Nice. Give me that. It's really weird playing... Oh, what the... Okay. It's weird playing a level with the practice mode song. What? Okay, you have to jump from the block on the right. Fine, sure. Here we go. Nice. Okay. What the? Okay. I don't remember this level too well. Oh! No! They're teleporting, dude. Just go here, jump. Oh, no. What the heck did I just do? I just completed the chamber, apparently. Okay. Keep going. What happens there? No! I just wanted to get through it. Why? Oh, come on. Jump. No, I was supposed to jump up there. I tried, you lunatic. Boom, boom, boom. I can't see! This level, while it's great, is one of the reasons why I just played a bunch of 5 stars in the awarded section, because this takes 10 minutes to complete. Go. Yes. Come on. Come on. What the? What the? Woo! How am I alive? How am I alive? How am I alive? How am I alive? Oh, yes! I cannot believe I just sight-read that. That was so lucky. You've heard of alternating wave clicks, but what about alternating ship? Okay, that was really stupid. That was really stupid. Why did I do that? Soul dust. No lag for wave. What can possibly be at this wave in this 1.9 level? What would possibly lag here? The heck? What the? Okay, I guess we're just a ship for some reason. Sure. I want to see what he turns off for the wave lag. Just the movement. Interesting. I was enchanted to meet you. Jerkrat makes really... Okay, I was about to say Jerkrat makes really well-tested, fun, one-attemptable levels. And then I died to green orbs. That's probably the orb that I trust the least. Here's my ranking of top 3 orbs that I trust. Or don't trust, actually. Number 1, the dash orb. Number 2, the reverse dash orb. Actually, let's count them as the same. Number 1, dash orb. Number 2, green orb. And then I'm gonna say number 3, black orb, because I just never see them. I wonder if I can do problematic. Okay, well, I made it to the ship, at least. Okay, I'm actually doing pretty well. I doubt I can make it all the way to the end. Where do I go, Rob? Why did I say Rob? I mean Daffin. Oh, I was just on the very edge of that block. Come on. I knew where to go, but I didn't. What? Get me out of there. Okay, I got through that. Can I do the rest? I don't remember how to do the ending, though. Wait, that is the ending. Wait. Oh, God. Yes! I can't believe I just did problematic. What the? Okay. I haven't played that level in forever. I want to quickly do New Earth, and then I want to finish off with some other creators' levels, which I'm not going to name just yet. I turned on LDM. Is this my favorite level of all time? Maybe? Love the progression. Song is amazing. And this part is just ridiculous, dude. And for real, I've glazed this part so many times in my videos, but just no one does it like Taman. Beautiful. I was silent the whole time, because that level is just something else. Okay, here we go. This is how I'm gonna end off my star grinding sections for all of this. Some of Alkali's levels, who was one of my closest friends in the GD community at one point. One of the most iconic design creators in 2.0 especially. Okay, there's Dark Drop. I like that one. It's in a gauntlet. I just don't know which one. I could have really been beating levels and then rebeating them in gauntlets to get stars, but well, it's too late now. I don't know why I'm saying I think we're just gonna continue. I mean, I got plenty of stuff done already. Every Taman level? What? Oh, this is like a joke level. I actually want to see what this is real quick. It's a little motion coded. Let's just do Dinosaur. I can't believe this song, this level has 50 million downloads almost. This level's such a classic. This song is a mega banger too. Oh, I'm getting stressed. Come on. Yes, did it. Okay, we're almost there. I want to find a 7-star level that is gonna be suitable. Wait, Arrival is a pretty good one. Oh, Vittle! This one's good. I like this one. I'm doing Vittle. Vittle is a level that is very special, in my opinion. I think it has some amazing color schemes. This song is amazing. It feels triumphant. I think there's also a brand section in this level. No, I didn't jump. I feel like this is also pretty ironic, because when this level was getting built, I remember being like, oh, Vittle when? Like, when is Vittle gonna be done? Like, we were friends at this point, I'm pretty sure. We'd just be on Bed Wars or something, and it would be like, oh, when is Vittle? Release that level, dude. No, I thought that I was on a slope and that I would have to do something. I was wrong. How is this level 7 stars, by the way? This is like a 9-star at least. Here we go. Let's go. No, that looked like a platform I could land on. That's tough. Okay, I got past the ball. I don't remember too much what happens here. Get the toggle orb. Okay, that switches me upside down, I think. It's very hectic for a 7-star of all things. There we go. Can't see a thing, low key, but it's okay. Crazy rainbow blocks. Okay, rip. That's unfortunate. I don't know if I can replicate what I just did. We'll see. Yep, okay. Decent. That's decent. No! Flip! It slowed down. I wasn't ready. I think with great decoration, Alkali's usual sight readability in the gameplay definitely declined, but that's okay. I may have spent quite a long time trying to beat this level, so let's just get it done with. There we go. Let this be it. Yes. We did it. Okay. 1337. Woo! That took 12 minutes. Oh god. Okay. 1337. We finally did it, dude. Oh my goodness. I am Wulzy. Welcome to the hitbox placing montage. Now I go through with a giant invisible saw blade.
The giant enemy spider.
Block off any pathway you could possibly get to the bottom of the level. Oh, I forgot. I forgot about this. There are particles that go and make the structures. Oh boy. I need to do this particle thing too. That's a hideous hitbox. There's no way that's real, right? Is that a real hitbox? Oh my. I just got rid of my pathway. Gravity. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. I am going to put a gravity trigger right here, touch triggered, that if you want to, you can make this jump. I'm gonna put a tiny little coin down here. Where are the collectibles these days? Coin. That's nowhere near, actually. That might be it. Oh, I'm losing objects very, very, very quickly. I didn't think it would go this fast. Oh, there's the whole of this section to do. Oh. Okay. Almost done. That is it, I believe. I'm just going to put one spike on the ground to make sure you can't just skedaddle. And it's done. The level is genuinely done. I don't know what else to add. I have 27 objects spare. I guess I should add a little more to this wave now that I have the objects for it. Should be pretty simple. I just take one of these objects and I make it flat. And then I copy values. I grab 2 spikes, slap them right there. I'm going to take these objects as well, just so there's a little bit of pulsing detail by the ground. And boom, let's mark the edges. And this is going to be our ground deco, because why not? We have the objects for it. It's just going to stop you from sliding on the ground so much. I can use it one more time. I'm going to put this arrow in right here just to show that you jump off this block. I don't know, there's an area move. Things can look a little sketchy. I know it's a pointless jump indicator, but I think it's important. I have 1338 objects. I could probably get rid of a saw blade, honestly. I can get rid of this guy. Boom! Done. Level done. 1337. I'm gonna call this, this is dumb. I think this is the actual name. It's Star Swag. I don't know why I called it Star Swag. I guess it's just the feeling of the level being done is just so nice that I don't even care about what it's called. I just want the level to be out and done. And you know what? It feels good to play. Even though it's low object, even though I scaled up a ton of things, I used a bunch of particles, it's still readable. I still put a lot of effort in to make this genuinely a good level. And I think I did a decent job. You can scream at me in the comments. I left in a couple of takes where things were deleted and stuff. You know, it's part of the process and it deserves to be seen. There's probably moments of the video where you're like, why would you ever do that, Wulzy? But it's fine. You know, it's a real unfiltered look at what building a level in this constraint was actually like. And I think I did a great job, even if the ending's a little bit lazy. But yeah, this is Star Swag, dude. I can't believe it. It's actually done! Star Swag by Wulzy, out now. 1337 objects and stars in one video. Thank you so much. Everyone that supports the channel has supported me in the past. Watch this video all the way through. You guys are amazing. I'm not even going to ask you to subscribe because I'm still retired. But yeah, Star Swag out now. Thank you guys. Have a good day.